the streets, I'll break. If we was to fight right now on the streets, I'll break your fucking neck. And that's on my kids. And you know it, I know it, and the whole world know it. And I'm not talking about no fighting in the ring. If me and you was to fight outside, I will break your neck. Right now, on the streets, I'll break your fucking...
He did shit in 154. How y'all want him to fight me? I'm telling you, I'm trying to become undisputed right now. How are we talking to
I don't want to get credit for that fight. He didn't want to get credit for that
fight. Let me tell you one thing. I think they're ready because I was ready.
It's too small. It's too small. It's the same for me.
If he win or Charlo, the winner.
Wow, that would be crazy.
I want to be 3-time undisputed in the win.
Yeah,
and become undisputed. Wow, what can they say? They can't say nothing right now. But what can they say?
What can they say, baby? What can they say, baby? What can they say? You heard what that man said. What can they say, baby? He said, being Canelo, become 3-time undisputed. What can they say, baby? Haynes Legacy, salute. Boxing Nerd, salute, man. It's your boy, No Credit. We back at it again. Hey, yo, I'm going to drop the link in a second, bro. I just want to play a little interview of what Bud Crawford just said. It sounds similar to what Floyd Mayweather said when he was fighting the biggest fight of his career. Yo, Nerd, salute, my guy. I just want to play a little clip of what Bud Crawford said in this interview when he was in Australia. It sounds similar to what Mayweather said when he was about to fight in the biggest fight of his career versus Manny Pacquiao. If you guys can recall properly, Mayweather said, I never wanted to win a fight so badly as much as I want to win this Pacquiao fight. They asked Crawford about losing. Crawford said, I never think about losing. I'm too busy thinking about winning. Not exactly the same thing, but similar in, like, he knows this is the fight. This is the one people are going to talk about for generations. Just like how we can't talk about any Floyd Mayweather fight without talking about Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao. Just how we're not going to be able to talk about any Terence Crawford fight without talking about Terence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez. It's just that one fight that's going to put your name in the boxing history books, and this is the fight for Bud Crawford. Let's listen to what Crawford had to say, and we'll break it down a little bit.
At that time, I was just, like, man, I'm not moving up that way, to fight Canelo. And then I started looking more into it, and then it became more of a reality, fight there.
Crawford never had his eyes on Canelo, but Canelo stepped on Bud Crawford's toes when he fought Jermell Charlo. Charlo was supposed to be Crawford's 3-time undisputed fight. But Canelo, he had no business fighting Charlo. When he fought Charlo, he tried to destroy Bud Crawford's legacy. So now Bud Crawford will rather make legacy off of Canelo's name when he beats him.
And he do.
You've spoken about the motivation you get from the doubters. What would a win do for, I guess, your legacy and to put all those conversations to bed?
I would do everything for my legacy and my career, and I'm looking forward to it.
Have you considered at all what happens if you lose?
No, not at all. I don't think about losing. I'm too busy thinking about winning.
That's what I'm saying. Canelo's been extremely durable over the years.
They asked Crawford, what do you think about if you lose to Canelo? Crawford says, I never think about losing. I'm always thinking about winning. This is the mindset of an all-time great fighter. I remember when Earl Spence was going into the Terence Crawford fight. You guys know what Earl said? Earl actually said the opposite of what Crawford's saying right now. Earl literally said, I envision this fight. I see myself winning and I see myself losing. Why would you see yourself losing? You never want to go into a fight with the mindset that you're going to go in there and there's a possibility you can lose. No, you got to do whatever it takes to get that dub. And you know what's crazy about Bud Crawford's name? You know what's crazy about Bud Crawford's name? When you spell Bud Crawford backwards, or when you spell Bud backwards, what do that say? Let's do it right now. Bud. Let's do it right now, guys. Salute to Jesus first. But let me show y'all what I mean for a second, okay? Let me say salute to my guy Jesus for a second. But let's spell Bud backwards. What do you get when you spell Bud backwards? This is Bud. You spell that backwards, you get. What do you get when you spell it backwards, guys? You get a dub. Bud Crawford always gets the dub. Come on now. You can't make this stuff up. When you spell Bud backwards, you get a dub. D-U-B. The man don't know how to lose. That's why they named him Bud. Because when you spell that name backwards, you get dub. All he does is get dubs. Come on now. Don't play with him.
One of his many assets is he seems to have one of the best chins in the game. Wow. I know you said you don't need to knock him out, you just need to beat him. But do you feel like you can hurt or even stop him?
Well, anybody can get hurt. Anybody can get, knocked out. I don't put it past nobody, but I'm not going in there looking for a knockout.
I know you're not looking past this fight and you take things one step at a time, but is there a chance that this is your last fight?
Who knows? We shall see.
One fight coming up.
There we got it, guys. Bud Crawford never been locked in for a fight as much as he's locked in for Canelo Alvarez. He doesn't think about losing. All he thinks about is winning. They asked him if Canelo can be hurt. He says anybody can be hurt. Boxing nerd, salute. What's his name? Haynes Legacy, salute. Hit the link, my guys. Get on the panel. Let's talk, man. I'm excited for this fight. I'm pumped for this fight. Bud Crawford, Canelo Alvarez, the biggest fight of this generation since Mayweather versus Pacquiao. I wish I was in the building. I don't have the funds to go. Maybe I can start like a GoFundMe and you guys can help me go to the fight because I want to be right there to watch history. Have you already bought your tickets? Ace Tickets Gaming, man. I don't got the funds to do it right now because my son needs some milk, man. I've been spending money on milk every 3 days. He's a bottle kid. He's a bottle kid. East Texas Gaming. He's a bottle kid. Every 3 days I gotta buy milk, bro. All my money goes to milk. He don't have no wick. Every couple of days I gotta spend $30 on a can of milk. I ain't gonna have no money in my pocket by the end of the year. Every 3 days I gotta buy milk, man. Come on now, that kid is fat. He a fat boy. Keep eating up all the can. But yo, let's talk boxing. Let's leave my personal life out of this. But East Texas game, he said, I know the feeling, bro. Glad my daughter 11 now. Hey yo, yeah, bro, no bullshit, bro. No bullshit. Stand back, stand by, salute, man. He said Bud was a bottle kid. Hey yo, stand back. What do you mean by that, bro? What you mean by that? But anyway, I'm excited for this fight, bro. The confidence from Terence Crawford. The confidence from Terence Crawford is making me feel so good, man. I told you guys I needed a new car, bro. I told you guys, I said I need a new car. I already have a car, but I need a better car. This Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez fight is going to buy me a new car. And I don't want just any car. I don't want just stand back and stand by. Salute, man. I don't want just any car. I want I want a great car, man. I want a nice car. I want a Mercedes, bro. I want a nice Mercedes. Crawford been paying all my bills, but Crawford's about to buy me a new car when he beats Canelo this September, bro. I'm telling you, this guy pays all my bills when he fights. But this September, he's going to buy me a new car. I promise you guys that. I'm getting a new wheel from Bud, man. I'm taking all the bets. FanDuel, I'm putting my house on the line, man. This guy has never let me down before, and he's not about to let me down now. Why would you try to change it if it's not broke? You keep doing what you've been doing. You keep betting on Bud. Don't ever bet against a guy like that. Don't ever let somebody fool you and say, I think this is the one Crawford's going to lose. No, this is not the one he's going to lose. His name is Bud. You spell Bud backwards, you get a dub. How you going to bet against somebody named Bud that you spell backwards, you get a dub? You can't bet against a guy like that. Come on now. It just doesn't make any sense. Texas game, he says, I just don't see how them wide looping power shots Nello telegraphs will be successful against Bud. Straight sharp counters. Nello was telegraphing bad his last fight. Hey, yo, my man, East Texas Gaming. He knows boxing. Don't give away all the secrets now, bro. Don't give away all the secrets. We know what's going to happen. Hey, Lou, my guy. Damn, where you at, buddy? You at work?
Oh, one sec.
Where you at, my guy?
I'm out of gas station. One second. All right. Do you have any tissue boxes?
You said what?
I'm at the gas station, bro.
Are you talking to me, bro, or somebody else?
I said I'm at the gas station. You goof.
Oh, are you?
I'm looking for tissue
Let
boxes.
me get some money for gas, man. Share the wealth.
I'm just taking my
Nerd.
Yo,
Send me some money for gas, man.
I can't do that.
He said I can't do that. What you mean?
Exactly what I said. I can't do that.
Yo. Stop playing, bro. Support the channel, bro. Don't do that.
Nigga, all I do is support you. You don't give no money back. This way.
Yo, what? Support the
You heard me?
channel. A little small donations here and there.
A little small donations.
You said a little small what?
Donation.
Yeah, a little small donation here and there.
So what makes you think I would be stupid enough to do that?
Whoa, how are you stupid? You're showing love to the best channel on YouTube, of course. Are you serious, buddy?
The channel that takes the most hiatuses.
Yo,
Never.
what, bro? Yo, don't do that.
Never consistent. Always gone for some reason.
Oh, come on, man. You know life can hit you sometimes. When life hits you, you got to get up, though. We still here, ain't we?
That's no excuse, bro.
Yo, nerd. Chill out, man. Nerd, you seen Crawford recent interview?
Why would I see Crawford gives a boring interview?
Yo, nerd. We don't do Crawford slander on this channel, buddy.
Well, get used to it.
You want me to put the rules up? I could put the rules up.
Go put the rules up. I don't give a crap. It's not 10 Commandments out. Nobody will shoot me.
Listen, so
Nobody will shoot me.
you gonna
Nobody will
ignore the
shoot me.
rules if I put it up?
I don't care about your rules.
Oh wow, so you're gonna break the rules? Are you serious right now, bro?
Bro, you don't got no damn rules.
I mean, we got rules for the channel, buddy.
I talks about Crawford like he's a god, bro.
Huh?
You talk about Crawford like he's a god. Is he a god?
No. He's just a fighter. Don't do that.
I don't
He's just
know,
a guy that pays all my bills, so I have to show him love.
Whatever.
No, I'm serious. He pays
Talk
majority
about a
of my
guy
bills.
that will never give. He never gives anybody's channels any kind of boost. Never gives nobody no interviews. Some of these boxers are whatless, yo.
Bro, I'm talking about when he fights. Shit.
I don't give a crap. How long have you been kissing his feet? For years now. Have you ever got an interview? No.
No, because listen. Let me tell you why I never got an interview. And don't do that. I'm not kissing no feet. So don't do that.
You're not.
But listen to this though. I'm gonna tell you why I never got an interview. I wasn't consistent. So listen,
bro, you really think you would have got an interview if you were consistent?
Nerd, can I tell you what's going on though?
But
so I was already plugged in, right? Meaning like I was talking to his best friend he's always hanging out with, right? You know Chucky?
Yeah.
So me and Chucky, we were cool. Chucky even gave me Bud's personal number, bro. I lied to you not. I have Bud's personal, I have it. I have his personal number. I spoke to him on the phone, you know that.
Yeah.
That was before the Spence fight. I even had his cousin on the show, you know that. Mm-hmm. But I was never persistent enough to try to get in contact with him again to get him on a channel. I was just okay with this because I'm not a big interviewer guy. Do you understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Nerd, I'm not a guy like I built my channel off of interviews. Do you understand? Like if I was an interview guy, I would have been persistent. Like, yo, Trey, can you get your uncle to get on my show? And I talked to Bud myself. I wasn't even interested in asking him to come on the show. I was just interested in asking him, like, cause I was just interested in having a normal conversation, bro. If you understand what I'm saying, you know I'm not an interview guy. I don't usually go for all the interviews like that. So don't do that, nerd. Don't do me like that. Hey, yo, salute. East Texas game. He said, salute, man. How you, man? You good?
Yeah, I'm peaceful, man.
Yeah, nerd trying to come for me, man. What's up with this guy?
Yeah, boxing nerd, man. You know, you can't be, we don't live to, all this like Bud don't give interviews, all that stuff, man. It's not his responsibility, bro, to do any of that. Especially with the way this YouTube community behaves, the way they act. Everything is about, being selfish and just all for their personal gain.
I'm talking about his core supporters, bro. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about him. I'm talking about a few of the channels that have been rocking with him from the beginning and never switched up. That's what I'm talking about.
No, for
sure. That's what. Maybe they have reached out to him. Maybe they can't get in contact with him. But I know he sees some of these channels. He definitely seen Easy Route because he told Easy Route that he's seen his videos.
Yeah, so he said I watch your channel.
But hey, he could be busy. Obviously, he's busy. He's a multi-millionaire trying to make more money. Once you make a
Yeah,
million,
no,
you're trying to make more. So
I feel what you're saying. I got you.
busy.
But nerd,
That's just how I feel. Like I want my
but
boy
nerd though,
Easy Route to eat.
nerd,
You know what I mean? Like that'll be
nerd.
big for his channel. He would go big time
Why do
after
you
that.
think what? But you don't think some guys don't really like try to reach out to him for that? We never try to do that. I never try to do it. Like I said, I never try to do that. I was just fortunate enough that his folks was on my channel and they got me in contact with him. But I didn't personally go out my way to get in contact with him, is what I'm
So
saying.
Easy Route, are you listening?
I'm listening, buddy.
All right, you listening?
Go ahead.
Okay. So why don't you just move towards doing that now?
You want me to go to try to get an interview? You know, I got invited to his gym though, right?
So then go. What are you doing?
I don't know, bro.
You're
But
not applying pressure,
yo,
bro.
bro, they invited me to his gym. They even gave me a place to stay. I lied to you not.
When was this?
This was before the Evanesian fight.
Hey, what up? What up? What up?
So,
I missed
bro.
that opportunity, huh?
So what? Was your buddy funnier or what?
You said what?
Was your buddy funny? Why did you go, bro? That's a what is it like? That would have catapulted your freaking
I
YouTube.
know,
You what?
right? That would have took my channel to the
So
next level.
why didn't you go?
Salute.
What's good, I mean?
Salute, man. Salute.
Yo,
Bro,
what's good?
what's wrong with you, bro? You've been like off the radar. You just been gone. What happened to you?
Man, I just been sleeping, man.
Is
I
that
Said
feel
I've
you.
boxing?
been
Is that
sleeping.
boxing nerd?
Yes, sir. What's good?
This green, what's popping? What's good, Easy Root?
Green. It's been too
Green,
long. Where you
green,
guys
salute,
been?
man. It's been a minute.
You see. This is why I don't like Easy Route. He's been stopping the brothers from coming to the cookout. He's been
Oh,
stopping the brothers
stop
from
it, bro.
reuniting. Yo, this is your fault, bro.
Stop it,
Like
bro. We
I've
here.
never heard
We
from
here.
Green.
We ain't go nowhere.
Man, bro.
Nah, I've been catching Easy Roots. I've been catching his lives when he been in the whip talking. You feel me?
Bro, Easy Route's like Bigfoot. He comes around every few months, bro.
So what we
Just
saying,
sighting a
bud?
Bigfoot.
So what we saying? Bud finna whoop Canelo ass, right?
Oh yeah, Canelo about to get his feet whooped.
Yeah. Bud finna put.
What's up with your man Jaron Ennis, man? Not taking that Tio smoke though, man. What's up with that?
Yeah.
Bro, he doesn't need that TO.
Nerd tried to defend him this morning. We not doing that,
Man,
Nerd.
bro.
And I'll continue. Let me go into detail.
No,
I'll go
no,
into detail.
nerd. Let me just say this real quick. Like, why is Jaron Ennis scared to go over in Saudi Arabia and fight on a Rahad season card?
He's not.
Before Turkey even came into boxing, Bozy did an interview and said he would not travel over to Saudi Arabia and fight. What's the problem with that?
Hold on, hold
Bro,
on.
let me
Boxing,
explain what's
before we go,
happening, bro.
hold on. Before they trying to get at you about this bullshit, today or yesterday, it's been official that Tio fucked up his relationship with Turkey. He posted dick
Yeah,
pics
I seen it. I
at
seen it on
Turkey,
Twitter.
and Turkey said sometimes something is so childish you don't need a response. And he was talking about Tio, obviously.
But
So
Tio is frustrated
if
because he wants
anything,
to fight Jaron Ennis.
if anything, Tio fucked it up. And first of all, I don't believe Tio actually wanted to fight Boots in the first place. Tio been pump faking like a motherfucker these last couple years.
I mean, that's a great point. Thank you for adding that important information. Tio burns every bridge he's ever on. Let's just know what ruined his career. I was telling these guys yesterday. What ruined his career, or was a stagnant point in his career, was the Loma fight. Was in a COVID setting. If he had fans, his fan base would be much bigger. Beating Loma in front of fans will do a lot for your career. Ever since then, he hasn't done anything but go crazy. After the Kambosos fight, he went off the rails. You know, after the Kambosos fight, he went crazy. You
Nerd.
notice he wasn't.
You're making a
What?
good point though, because he didn't get too much credit for that Loma fight.
Because no one was there. Like the crowd is important. Like a lot of people thought it was a draw. whatever. But like, he wasn't in front of fans. It hurt his entire reputation because he didn't do it in front of like a big stage. And in some senses, maybe people could say I'm capping it or whatever, but he burns every bridge. He's tried to be racist to get more attention. It's not really doing anything. No one really cares that much. We just want him to like. We don't want him to eat.
Hey,
Boots has
look,
been saying
look,
since.
nerd. I'm not a T.O. fan, but I'm not a Jaron Ennis fan either. So I got to pick the lesser of two evils right here. Now this is the second time Jaron Ennis has not taken a fade from one of our Hispanic
But
partners.
but
You feel
wait,
what I'm saying? Because
but
To
he
be
wait,
definitely
fair,
ducked he
wait,
definitely
wait.
ducked Virgil
PBC,
Ortiz. He definitely
but
Okay.
ducked Virgil Ortiz at 154 after saying after the Chukazan fight that he would go up to 154 and
No,
fight
he
him.
didn't say.
And
wait,
nerd,
wait, wait,
let me hit you with this
Bison,
point.
hold
And I'm
on.
gonna shut up. Why is it that Jaron Ennis and the Jaron Ennis fanboy channels were so hyped up about him fighting Ryan Garcia, but he won't fight Teofimo Lopez, a two-time lineal champion? Now answer that for me, boxing nerd.
Uh, so he said he might go to 154 if he doesn't get the unification after the Care fight. Right after the Care fight, he got the unification. Correct?
And there was already in talks. There was already in talks. Eddie literally said, literally said right like in the post fight interview that like Stanionis PBC people already called him up that they already just skipped Giazov and fight for unification. So it was already clear that the unification was on the table. So they're gonna take the unification over the Ortiz fight. And also it was already clear beforehand that Boots was not gonna come back in February. Eddie Hearn already made it clear that he's gonna come back in April.
I got a rebuttal to that Stanionis and Giasov fight. They it was about to go to purse bid after Boots fought Karen. And this is what happened. They forewent the purse bid and they already came to terms. So them saying that they already had the Stanionis fight on deck for unification, that was cap.
No, that is
Like
not true. They
Turkey
never
had
went to
already
purse
made
bid.
that card in Rahat. That was supposed to be the biggest card of the year. It was the Beterbiev and Bivol rematch. It had Virgil Ortiz and Jaron Ennis on there, Shakur Stevenson.
So first things first, Stanionis and Giasov would never went to purse bid. They were supposed to go, but they didn't because again, Stanionis people called out Boots for the unification fight, and they started negotiating. Tom Brown himself said during fight week of the Stanionis and Boots fight that they were close to leaving the Boots fight and going to the purse bid for Giasov because because Tom Brown felt like the number weren't good enough. But Stanionis said, "Nah, fuck it, I still want to fight Boots." So they never went to purse bid.
Is anyone talking?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's Boots sticking to his word, bro. If he was saying something completely different and he went and turned down the Teal fight, I would be right there with you guys. But he's been sticking to his word from day one. He wants the
Nerd.
titles at 147. Wait, hold on. He wants to fight the titles at
All right,
147.
go
He
ahead,
can't
buddy.
get the titles. He's gonna go to 154. That's all he's saying. I don't give a crap about Teal's accomplishments. Who cares about his accomplishments? He doesn't have a title. And the way he's going about promoting his fights, he shouldn't get an opportunity. He's destroying the black community, or ridiculing the black community for what? What do we do to him? Because your baby mother cheated on you with a black man? How is that our fault?
Yo, shout out,
Look,
bro. Did that really happen?
Bro, that's why he's also going crazy. He's going through a divorce, bro. He needs money. He doesn't want to fight Boots. He knows he's gonna lose. He doesn't have any advantage whatsoever.
Hey,
He's too
yo, but
small. He doesn't
nerd.
have any
but look,
knockout power at 140.
him losing is besides the point. Like boxing nerd, Jaron Ennis is trying to cherry pick. Now he's talking about going to 154. How come he won't go up and fight? How come he won't go up and fight the IBF champion, the one that just knocked Tim Zoo out?
He can't do that. What do you mean?
Yes, he can. He can petition. He's unified at 147.
That
He's a
doesn't mean
lineal champion
anything.
at
You can't.
147. All
The
he has to do
IBF.
is petition the IBF to
I'm
move up and
sorry.
fight their
I'm sorry.
champion.
Hey, I apologize to inform you, but the IBF is the only champion that you cannot just move up and fight the champion right away.
That's a lie.
No,
That's
it's
a lie.
not.
Mikey
Still
Garcia
have
moved
to
up and
fight.
fought
You
Errol
still
Spence.
have to
That's a
fight for
lie.
a title.
That's a
You
lie.
still have to fight for mandatory. And
Yeah,
by the way,
he can petition the
it is
IBF.
like that. So when has it ever happened in history that the IBF champion used his IBF champion status to fight an IBF champion the weight class above right away? Can you tell me when it has ever happened? It has happened with the WBA. It has happened with the WBC, and it has happened with WBO if you defended it a couple times, and they grant you WBO super champion status. But it has never happened with the IBF. And second of all,
Garcia did it when he fought Errol
Lubin
Spence.
is already the mandatory for Bakram. Okay, and once again, Boots has told y'all, Boots wants to be unified first. He wants to become
He's ducking
undisputed
Brian
first.
Norman Jr.
How
They're
is he
ducking.
ducking Brian Norman Jr.
They're
if
ducking
Brian
Brian
Norman
Norman
Jr.
Jr.
is
Hey,
the one
all right,
declining?
I got a question for you. How does Stanionis make more money than Jaron Ennis in that fight?
He did not make more money than
He
Jaron.
did make more money than Jaron Ennis. That's a fact.
Where do you get your numbers from? Where do you get your numbers from?
If you believe that Eddie Hearn said that Boots took a pay cut for that fight, then okay, have fun with that. But
Boots is
Eddie Hearn,
ducking.
that is bullshit.
Boots
Okay,
is ducking. He's trying to cherry pick. He doesn't want to fight any tough fights.
Stanionis
All right,
literally.
so
Brian
green,
Norman
green,
is
green.
dangerous.
Is this
Brian
green,
Norman.
green? Is this green, green?
I got Brian Norman Jr. knocking Jaron Ennis out.
We can make a bet for that. I have no problem making
I
a
got
bet
him
for that.
catching Jaron
That's
Ennis and
cool.
clipping
That's
him and
cool.
knocking him out.
Hey, that is completely okay if you believe that. The point is, you can't say
I mean,
So
you
why
can't say
won't
Boots
Jaron
has
Ennis
ducked him.
fight him then?
When Brian
so
Norman
so
is the
so
one.
so so green, green. Is this completely because Boots is not taking the fights you want? That's why you're picking Brian Norman, or you actually think he can beat him? Hello? Hello? Am I tripping or is nobody talking?
He's out. He's out.
I think he fell off.
Well, that's the thing, bro. Nobody
You
actually
can't,
really believes.
bro. Fuck all that, bro. You can't say he's picking like he's cherry picking when one is a mandatory, which literally means the fight is forced onto him, and then the other thing is the unification, which he always
Bro,
wanted.
yeah, look.
And even
First
the
first
Avanesian
things
fight,
first.
it was supposed
Boots
to be.
cried for 4
Hold on,
years.
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold
Jaron
on.
Ennis cried for 4 years, saying, "Oh, nobody wants to fight me. Nobody wants to fight me. I can't get any big fights. I can't get these guys in the ring." Now you got Turkey Al-Hashim funding all these fights. Now all of a sudden you misconstrued about who you want to fight now. That doesn't make
Because he
any
It's
wants
sense.
not
the titles. He
misconstrued at
said
all.
And second of all,
It's not
Jaron Ennis
misconstrued at
is not.
all. He's
Jaron Ennis
telling you
hasn't
he
even been
wants
on
to
pay per view
unify.
yet. He's not a superstar. Jaron Ennis is not a superstar in boxing.
Who said he's a superstar? The point is, the man has told you months and months and months ahead of time that he wants to unify first. Even during David Evanesian fight weeks, he literally said, "Hey, if he gets offered the fights between 154 with the big guys and 147 champions, he will unify first because that's what he wants to do first, and then he'll move up and fight those people." That's what he literally said.
But
He said he only would fight those people.
he doesn't want to fight Brian Norman Jr. though. That's the
No,
whole
he
thing.
did not. Brian declined the fight.
Brian Norman Jr. They told Eddie Hearn they would take the 1.7 at a neutral location. They said they weren't coming into Philly and fighting them for under $2 million. So change the
Bro,
venue.
Bro, they
It's that
wouldn't
simple.
get the money.
that's
They
on
wouldn't
Brian
get the money
Norman.
It's that
at a
simple.
neutral
Change the
location. That's what
But
you
venue.
need
that's
to
on
We,
understand.
Brian
I'm a
Norman for
champion too.
declining
We're
the
not going
fight.
to give you all. We're not going to give you all the advantages because Boost is not a superstar. He
So
doesn't
so
even go
so
on
can
pay.
I answer that? Can I answer that quick? They can't get 147 at a neutral location because Philly brings in the money. That's why. they couldn't get 1.7 at Las Vegas because both of them are not big enough. What are you not understanding about that?
They have to put Ben Rodriguez on the card to sell that Boost and Karen rematch, bro. Like, come on, man.
Yeah,
Like
because
we
nobody
gotta
wanted to
start
see
talking
that.
for
We
real,
know
bro.
this.
Boost
That
is
is
like they
ridiculous. That is
hyping Boost up
ridiculous to
again,
say,
bro.
bro.
And he's
Because
cherry picking.
that
Jaron
is
Ennis is cherry
ridiculous to
picking
say.
in boxing right
Because
now. They don't want to go
how
to.
can you
So why
say
don't they want to go to Saudi Arabia and fight like everybody else?
how can you say Boots needed Bam to sell the fight when he fought David Evanesian without a Bam on it and he sold the
Because he
same amount?
fought in
He
Philly.
sold the
That's
same
why
amount of.
Ebenezer
He
was
had
a
the same
replacement.
gate revenue. What are you talking about?
Okay, what
You're
happened
just
when he
making
fought
shit
Karen the
up
second
now.
time? He got booed. They booed
You're
and
just
people
making
started
shit
leaving.
up now.
He got booed and people started leaving because he had a
No,
terrible
what are you
performance.
talking about? Nobody booed him.
They did boo. They were booing, and people was
No, they
walking
were
out.
not.
Yes, they were.
No, they
So,
were not. It was nobody
we're
was
giving
booing
you
on Boots,
nothing
bro.
but facts, and you're going off feelings. Is this even an argument we need to have right now? You're not paying attention to anything we're saying. You're just coming up with more and more foolish
Hey,
arguments that don't make sense.
He's saying
it's
Boots
time to
took
do
Brian
damage
Norman
control for
when
boo.
Brian Norman fucking declined the fight. Fuck out of here, bro. Come on.
He did.
You're not
He
making any
said
sense,
no.
bro.
No, this is what they said. They said we will take the 1.7 million if you move it to a neutral location. They didn't say Las Vegas. They said a neutral location. I'm a
Bro, they
champion just
can't
like
move
Jaron Ennis is,
They
bro.
said
they
a
already
You
neutral
can't have
location,
one
they
like
of your
what?
have the
enemies, bro.
venue set. They have the venue set. They're not gonna move to a neutral location where they're not
No,
gonna
no,
where the
but no, I
probability is
understand that,
where the
but no,
possibility
no.
hold on,
First
let me
off,
finish. Let me finish. Let me finish.
first off, this is what you
Bro,
got to
I can't
understand.
even
And
get a
Boost,
sentence out,
like
bro.
I said before, Boost is not a
I can't
superstar.
even get a sentence out.
No, I'll let you talk. Now, let me
You
rebuttal
didn't
you.
even know what I said, bro. And you
I
want to
do know.
rebut it.
I do know what you said.
Okay, what did I say?
Because you're talking about the venue was already set in Wells Fargo. I get that, but Boost
I wasn't finished though, but go ahead, bro.
but look, Boost can only sell out Wells Fargo. That's it.
Where the fucking Brian Norman sell out? He hasn't sold out shit.
But this is the thing though. They can go to a neutral location and fight.
No, they can't. Why would they go to a neutral
They don't have to
location?
just go to Vegas and fight. They can go somewhere else. They can go
No,
to a
he
small
said
room
Vegas.
at the
He specifically
Madison
said
Square
Vegas.
Garden.
He
They can go anywhere on the
specifically
West
said
Coast and fight.
Vegas.
It doesn't have
Why
to
would
be in Philly.
bro? You do know East
Yo,
Coast will
let me just
still
say
be in
something
his
real
favor.
quick. Let me just say something real quick, and
Do you
go. You
know
have
that
to go.
hold
Hold on,
overpaid
one
Karen
at a
for that
time,
fight?
bro. One at a time.
Boxing nerd, I need you to talk about that, boxing nerd. Hey, boxing nerd, I need you to talk about that. Do you know that they overpaid Karen Tukazan for that fight because his promotional team won the purse bid? I need you to speak on that too while we talking about this Jaron Ennis stuff.
We all know that. That's common knowledge.
What
Why
purse
do we
bid are
argue?
you
Okay,
Why do we
talking
need to
okay,
talk
about?
about that?
but answer me this, boxing
What
nerd.
purse bid are
Why
you
would you
talking
overpay
about?
a guy that you already beat, but you
Remember
want
when they went to Persevid
He
and the
got bro.
The
Stanionis
Ukrainian
got
team won?
paid 1.8 million. What are you talking about? Overpaid. In what way has Stanionis been overpaid?
Bro doesn't make any sense, bro. He's just talking about nonsense at this point. Talking about weird talking points that don't make any sense, bro. All he needs to understand is that Boost is keeping to his word. If he wasn't, me and Ami would be getting on his case. I'm a big fan. Amin's a fan, of course, but like we talk about like what boxers say and how they move. That's it, bro.
are you talking about the Jaron Ennis that went missing after that Virgil Ortiz debacle? Could nobody find him when he reappeared? That he was in an empty parking lot in the car.
Bro, we already
Bro, that shit is.
discussed this, bro.
Hey, bro, you know that shit is so irrelevant, bro. Why you not talking about the fact that the man kept to his word and said, "Listen, man, I'm not gonna move up if I get unification fights," and this is literally what happened.
Terence Crawford saying, "Oh, I wouldn't fight Terence Crawford. I wouldn't fight Terence Crawford." All that them little interviewers that's in this gym, all they do is talk about Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford this, Terence Crawford that. When you seen Terence Crawford, you didn't even say nothing. You try to act like a statue. You try to let Crawford walk by you like he didn't see you. Jaron Ennis is scary. He's a scary dude. He's weight bullying. First of all, he's weight bullying at 147, and he doesn't want to fight a difficult fight. Anything that's close to 50-50, he's not fighting. I can promise you that. Now tell me I'm lying.
bro. Yeah, first of all, right, I agree that Boots don't want no smoke
He
with Bud for sure, right? I agree with that. But I'm saying, well, once again, when it comes to the other shit, you're just spewing narratives and agendas, bro. Nothing, no facts at all. No facts at all.
because the same smoke that they gave Terence Crawford about the Errol Spence fight. I wonder why nobody said to Jaron Ennis, if you want to unify
Hey, your boxing
147,
and
why
mute
didn't you
yourself,
sign
bro.
to the
That shit is
PBC?
annoying.
Why didn't he sign to the PBC where two of the belts was at?
Where who?
Jaron
My
Ennis.
bad, yo. My bad. My bad.
Jaron Ennis, you got Stanley Onis over there, you got Mario Barrios. How come you didn't sign to the PBC if
Because
you want to be undisputed at 147?
when the
You
people
ran
with
all the way
PBC.
across the pond to Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn didn't have
Let
no
me answer.
championship at
You just asked
147.
the question. Let me answer. Because when PBC, when then people tried to work with Jaron Ennis after he had his court situation, right, with his promotional company at the time, they only offered him the Tim Zoo fight at 154 for a title when he wanted to become undisputed at 147. So they didn't. So they didn't meet what he wanted at the time. So he went with Metro. That's why.
Okay, well, I
But he will
Nothing to
probably
say,
go.
my good brother. Nothing to say.
But
That's nothing but facts.
but he will probably work with PBC after his next fight. Next fight is his last fight with Matchroom and Eddie Hearn. And then he will probably work with PBC from what I'm hearing.
man, well,
Yeah, because all of 154 is at with the PBC. Like
Not
literally
only
all of them.
154, you still have that easier pathways with PBC.
but I got a rebuttal. I got a rebuttal to that though. What's the point now working with PBC when you won't even work with Turkey Al Sheikh?
That makes no sense. That's a non sequitur, bro. That question
Man,
makes
look,
no sense.
PBC is doing maybe one.
You gotta fix his
Even
connection.
if you work with PBC, you can still work with Turkey. You know that, right?
I
I
feel
don't
I
get
feel
what
like he
y'all
I feel like he's still talking, but his connection keeps going in and out. He needs to fix his
like,
connection.
bro. Like, lose the Cubans and Turkey are tight. They are cool. They working with each other. Like they literally have again PBC fighters working on their card. Alberto Puello, fucking David Morrell again. Like, what are we talking about?
Scary,
Yeah.
bro. They don't even want to go to Rahal season and fight. This is the same
They
guy that
don't.
cried and
Why
moaned
they
about
don't
not
have to
getting
go
big
to
fights,
Riyadh season?
and
Why
they're
do they
putting
have to
together
go to
big fights
Riyadh
for you,
season?
but you don't want to fight them
Why do they have to go to Riyadh season?
because that's where boxing is trailblazing at.
That's not
All the
true.
other guys are going over there. Canelo Alvarez just went over there and fought. Are you serious?
That's cool. That's because he's getting a check, right?
Jaron Ennis is getting the check.
That's cool,
He's
but
not
other
going for
people have
free.
different. But people like Tank, for example, right? They have different kind of values and views that they want to create for themselves. They want to be a brand for themselves. They want to own their shit. They don't want to just have a check and everybody else take the percentage. No, they want their own shit.
Ennis fought on
That's
Tank
how you
Davis'
become
undercard,
your
and he
own
stunk
boss.
it up.
You will get promoted to a brand, be your own promoter, your own boss, right? That's how you become your own boss, bro. In boxing, you don't
Look,
you just wanna get a check in there and give
Jaron
everybody
Ennis
else
can't
they
even
cut.
pay anybody to come and fight him, bro. Turkey Al Sheikh, he's the one that's funding the money. If you
And
want to
again,
fight big
even if
fights,
he, but again, that's irrelevant though, because even if
that's
he
not
goes to,
irrelevant because
it
Eddie
is,
Hearn is his
because
promoter.
you're not listening. Because
No, I am listening.
even if
You
he
you
does
going you
work with
going you going
PBC,
around a point. Eddie
even if
Hearn is
he
his
does work
promoter,
with
isn't he?
PBC, even if he does work with PBC, he can
Who is
still work
Jaron
with
Ennis'
Turkey.
promoter? Is it Al Heyman, Tom Brown, or is
Al
it Eddie
Heyman is
Hearn?
not a promoter.
Is Tom Brown his promoter or is it Eddie Hearn? Because Jaron
Tom
Ennis, he
Brown
never
is the
was even
promoter and the
signed to the
matchmaker.
PBC. Jaron Ennis, he was dealing with Espinoza and Showtime.
Yes, he was dealing with
Al Heyman allowed him
he
to
had
fight
his
some of
own
his PBC
promotional he had
fighters.
a promotional company at the
His
time.
promoter is Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn, the guy who helped bring Turkey Al Sheikh into boxing, and he doesn't want to fight on none of the cards. You
He
can't
doesn't
explain that, man.
again, once again,
He's ducking.
He's not ducking at all.
He's ducking big
That's
fights.
not ducking, bro.
He's ducking big fights the same way.
That's
The
not
same way
ducking.
Eddie Hearn.
That's
Eddie
not
Hearn
ducking.
tried to
That's
get
not
Jaron
ducking.
Ennis to move to
The man has
154
told
and
you.
fight Sergey
The man
Bobicek
has told
after
you
he lost.
before he ever got offered the big fight that he wants to become undisputed first, and that he will take unification fight first. That is not ducking, fam. Simple. He said he told you he would take him if he can't have a unification fight, but until now that hasn't happened yet.
Jaron Ennis is
I mean,
unified
let
lineal
me say this
champion
though.
at
And
147.
boxing
Like,
nerd.
bro,
Let me say
your
this,
boy
right,
just
guys?
talking nonsense, man. No facts, just talk blah
No,
blah
I
blah.
gave you all facts.
No, you didn't give
I
me
gave
no
you all. I
facts.
gave you all
You
facts.
didn't
I'm
give me
asking
no
why
facts
Jaron Ennis
because
doesn't want to
what are
take
you
these big
talking
fights
about if he
that
goes
are
with
being paid for.
working with PBC?
You
Oh,
talking
he's not
about
gonna
wanting to
work
be
with
your
Turkey.
own
He can
boss and
still
all
work
this
with
and that.
Turkey.
Man,
He can
Jaron
still
Ennis was
Salute
just
to my
he can
fighting for
still
guy,
free like
work
Mark
with
4 years
Nance.
Turkey
ago.
if he
I
goes with
appreciate the
PBC.
$2
What are you
donation.
talking about, bro?
Hold on. I mean, can I say something real quick, bro?
Of course, bro. Go ahead.
Bro, I'm hearing both sides, right? The problem is, what if Ennis doesn't get any of the champions? You think he's just gonna sit on the sidelines? He's gotta fight somebody. So if he does fight somebody,
That's what dude is figuring out, bro.
if he does fight
That's bro. They
somebody,
literally, bro. Easy route. They literally sent Brian Norman another offer and shit like that, but Brian Norman doesn't want to look at it or negotiate or sign it until he has the fight done with Shin Sasaki.
okay, let's just look forward.
So what
Let's
the
just
fucking
look
Boots do right
ahead real
now?
quick, right?
No, but I'm
Let's
asking you, what can Boots do right now because of that? So Brian Norman right now is stalling, right? Because he has the
right,
Jin Sasaki fight. Because we all know what's going to happen. He feels like after the Jin Sasaki fight, he's going to ask for even more money, right? And
right,
right now, Barrios bum ass is going to fight Manny Pacquiao.
exactly. But
Jaron Ennis isn't
that's what
fighting
I'm
Manny Pacquiao though.
saying though, right? Yo,
What are you
I
talking
mean,
Why
about?
that's what
why
I'm
is why
saying.
is that a flex? Why is that a flex? He's a
I
Manny
mean,
46-year-old
Pacquiao
man.
is a legend. Anybody
He's a
anybody that says he
46-year-old
ain't Manny
man.
Pacquiao.
He's a
y'all, can I get this
46-year-old
point
man.
across real quick?
Go ahead. My bad.
My thing is, I'm hearing every side of the fence, right? If we just look forward couple months ahead, Jaron Ennis don't want to be sitting on the sidelines, right? If he can't get any of the champions, he's going to be forced to fight somebody. And if he does fight somebody that's not a champion, what does that say about Ennis turning down?
No, it's either he fights a champion or he moves up. That's all he's been saying.
He's
But
trying to
still, though,
cherry pick.
even
Jaron
if he
Ennis is
moves
trying to
up,
cherry
Yeah,
pick.
my bad. Fighting world champions in your own weight class is cherry picking. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
He's
nerd,
cherry picking because he can move up to 154 and fight the champion.
nerd.
He
Even if
wants to
he
become
moves up, right,
undisputed
guys?
before moving up. What the fuck do you don't like? What the fuck do you don't understand?
Even if he moves up, right? If he moves up and doesn't
That's
fight,
like saying Bud was cherry picking at the time because he was waiting on Earl Spence the whole time. Man, bro, what
hey
are we
yo,
doing?
No, everybody knows Errol Spence. He didn't want that fade with Crawford.
He still ended up fighting him though.
Yeah,
let me say
see,
this real quick though.
the difference
Man,
between
bro,
that
come
is
on, bro.
the
And
difference
he
between
never
Again,
that is
and he
Terrence
never
this
he
is the
never
Crawford.
had.
this is the
Terrence
point.
Crawford, he wanted the Errol Spence face and challenge him for a fight.
You just running narratives, bro.
I'm
No
not running
facts.
narratives. Did Terrence Crawford not walk up to Errol Spence and challenge him like a man?
Once again, you're misunderstanding. The same
We're
shit
not misunderstanding anything because
Boots
Jaron Ennis, he
literally
hides at
calls
that
out and
dungeon
sent
and he
offers
doesn't
to
come
every
outside.
champion. Once again, Boots has sent offers to every champion in 147, and they have declined to fight. That's literally you're literally describing what happened
Why
with Bud.
everybody running around
But you're
screaming boots
ridiculing.
this and
Oh
boots
no, no,
that?
no.
That's what I want to know.
You're ridiculing
No,
Boots for trying to become
bro,
undisputed
I
first
got you.
Man,
before
Jaron
moving up.
Ennis has been a
But you
I
welterweight
completely
got you,
longer
bro.
okay
than
when
Terrence
Bud
Why
Crawford.
did it.
everybody
He's been a
screaming boots
welterweight his
names,
whole
bro?
career. If he was gonna move up, he should have been moved up. I don't want to hear no
Bro,
excuses about,
Bud said
oh, I
bro,
multiple
can't make the
times he
weight
had
no more.
struggled
Now that
weight when he
Brian
was
Norman
at
Jr. is around.
147. Fuck is
Now
you
that
talking
Brian
about?
Norman Jr. around, now it's an excuse. I can't make the weight. I might have to move to 154. Like, come on, man, with all these excuses, bro.
How is that an excuse? What are you talking
Yo,
about?
I mean, who are you
excuse don't make
arguing
it a
against?
fucking excuse, nigga. What is you talking about?
Nigga,
You're
Boo
not
said
making
what the
any
fuck he
sense. You
gonna
have
do.
not
Boo
spoken
Who is
any
said
this?
what the
facts
fuck
Yo,
he
today.
gonna do, bro. Boo
yo,
said
no
what the fuck he
cussing,
gonna
guys.
do.
Come on, this my YouTube. Come
Who
on,
who
That's
who
guys.
Nah,
who
bro,
who,
because I'm
who,
getting
who is
tired of
this?
niggas keep screaming Boot's name and swearing they be knowing shit from that nigga fucking the nigga
No
from
cut. Yo,
Jersey,
Because
come
he
on.
because he a
Strive,
duck.
come
That's
on,
BTV.
why
bro.
he's a
Every
duck.
day I get on this joint to try
He's
y'all
a
out. Y'all
duck.
screaming Boots. Like, come on,
He's
bro.
a
Leave the nigga
duck.
alone. Let him
He's a
get some
duck. He's a
fucking rest. The nigga just
215
fought
duck.
like 3 fights at
No
less than a year.
cussing. Yo, Strive, come
Y'all
on, bro.
still want more. Y'all still claiming.
No,
Y'all still saying fucked
Easy
up
Root. I
shit.
got you. I don't gotta use no profanity. Jaron Ennis is a 215 duck.
Oh,
Bro,
come on, come on.
you
Let's
can't
talk
beat him.
about that. He's a
You can't
bro.
215
beat him.
duck.
And
You're
you
being
can
a
say
Talk
whatever
hypocrite,
about
you
bro.
that.
want
You're
because
being
I
a
bet you your
hypocrite,
favorite
bro.
fighter can't beat
Y'all
him.
think Boost all
I
that
bet
because
you.
he out there beating up on
You're
all
being
them
a
bums in the
hypocrite,
gym?
bro. You're being a hypocrite.
Because he beating up on all them bums in the gym that he
You're
signed
being
them
a
promotional
hypocrite,
contract.
bro.
That Ishmael dude, he's a bum.
You're being a hypocrite, bro.
Fighter. When he gonna fight somebody that's a live dog, like Brian Norman Jr. with power? He don't want to fight.
Tell Brian Norman to sign a fucking contract. How about that?
Yo,
We
yo,
don't want to fight in Philly.
Tell him to
Philly is
sign a
played out.
motherfucking
you know
We don't
what's
want to
contract. How
funny?
fight at
about
the
that?
Wells Fargo
Stop
Center every
chirping
time.
around
Yo,
like
yo,
you
yo,
don't
yo,
know
you
Go
know
what
to
what's
you're
a
talking
funny?
about.
neutral. Go
Let me
to
Stop
let me
a
say
telling
something
these
real
neutral
niggas
quick.
to sign a
ground.
Let me say
motherfucking
something real
contract.
Go
quick.
to a
Let me say something
neutral
real quick.
ground.
Yo.
Neutral ground
Hold
to
on,
fight.
hold on.
You keep on trying to use the Wells Fargo as an excuse to lowball somebody.
Yo,
God,
so you keep calling these boxers bums. Why don't you go fight them then? If they're bums, if they're no good, if they can't fight, what's going on? Why don't you go fight them? Go fight them.
Oh, them bums that Boost be beating up in the gym, I'll definitely tax one of them. That's no doubt.
So Ishmael, the pro, the 6-0
Yeah,
pro,
well, he
street
got
boxers.
dropped by a dude with blonde hair.
It's
Man,
boxing. You're gonna get hit. What is wrong with you?
Man, he
this
got
dude doesn't
sparked.
know what the
He
fuck he
got
talking
sparked
about, man.
by a dude that just dyed his hair blonde. Are you serious?
Yo, Israel, where you got this motherfucker from, bro?
yo, come on, man.
Man,
No
you just heard
cussing.
the man say stop using profanity, bro. Like use your brain.
Profanity,
Bro,
man. I've been cussing since I got here, bro. I can do
Man,
whatever the
he
fuck.
just said he's trying to get
I
his
ain't cussing
YouTube
you out.
monetized.
I ain't speaking out your
That's
name
the
the
thing,
way
bro,
you
y'all.
doing
Jerron
this
Ennis
guy's
today.
a
fans, y'all
clown,
don't know
bro.
nothing
There's
about
no
no
point in
business.
arguing with this guy.
Y'all don't
This
know
guy,
nothing about no business. Y'all Jerron Ennis fans, just like he
That's
don't.
cool. That's
He don't
cool,
know
bro.
nothing about no business
That's
either.
cool.
this shit.
You can make your dumbass
He,
assumptions all you want. I
he
don't
get
care.
big fights on the line for me, then he go
That's
into
cool,
hiding.
bro.
Yo,
Where is he
green,
hiding at now?
green,
Tell
green,
Brian
green,
Norman to sign a contract.
Easy route. You in
Tell
Philly.
Brian Norman to sign a contract.
green. You can hear me, bro? Are you still there?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you, Easy route.
The only Boots fan is Strive and Boxing Nerd. The guy, I mean, he's not really a Boots fan like that.
But he wants to advocate for Jaron Ennis's ducking, and I can't
No, you
allow
just
that.
don't know what you're
I
talking
I
can't
about.
think
allow
he,
that. I'm hitting him
I
with
think
facts,
he's
and
just trying to make a
I'm hitting
point.
him
I
with
You
think
don't know
facts.
he,
any facts at all.
I'm
You're
hitting
just
him with
saying shit.
facts, and he's making up narratives to
No,
support
you
his
the one
Jaron
making
Ennis
up shit, bro.
excuse.
You literally making up shit.
I'm not making up anything. Is Jaron Ennis
You
not
literally
unified at
said,
147?
as the IBF champion, you can
He
move
can
up and
move
fight the
up and he
champion
can petition the
immediately.
sanctioning
That
body
is
to
a
fight the
lie.
champion.
You don't know boxing. You don't know
I
what
do
you're
know
talking about.
boxing. I
You
do
don't know
know
what you're
boxing.
talking about.
I do know boxing. I know he's trying to cherry pick.
You don't know what you're
He's
talking
trying to
about. You have
cherry. He
no
doesn't want to
idea.
fight. He doesn't want to fight champions. He
You're
doesn't want to
speaking of
go on that
something you
type
have
of tear.
no idea.
He doesn't want
No
to go on that
idea,
type of
bro.
tear. He'll be happy fighting GSoff to finish the year off, as long as he don't got to fight no dangerous fights.
Tell Brian Norman to sign a contract. He literally has a contract to
Bro,
sign.
why would you make him an offer while you already got to fight? So if that's the case, how come they
This
didn't
fight
make
is for
Tio the same
after.
offer?
He can
No,
still negotiate
can
and know
point. I can
everything.
point out your
What do you
hypocrisy
mean?
right here because they was
We,
talking about the Tio
why you
fight.
acting like
I can
this
point
the
out your
first
hypocrisy
time?
right
Hold
here
on, stop.
because
See,
if you want a
this
guy
is
to
what
sign
I'm.
a contract while you already got to fight, how
Easy
come they
route.
didn't do
You
that
see
with
how I'm about
Tio?
to
yo,
expose his ass,
How come they
right?
didn't do that with Tio then?
yo, bro.
Hear me
Let me
out.
know when you're done because I'm exposing your ass because you don't
Hear
know
me
shit
out.
about boxing.
Hear me out. Hear
Okay,
me out.
so
I got
the
dealings
Let's
with
funny
let
Brian
thing
bro.
is,
Let's
Norman's
right?
do it
dude,
Hold
one
on,
by
bro.
boxing.
one.
His
Everybody
The
father.
gonna get
funny
their
thing is,
chance.
bro, the man, we have literally seen champions make fights while they already have a fight. This is the thing that happened with AJ
Oh
and
my
Wilder.
God.
They both had different fights and they were supposed to fight each each other if they win. Boom, didn't happen because Wilder lost, but
Right.
it happened with Fury and Usyk while Fury was fighting Ngannou. They already had a contract for fighting after. So again, you don't
Same
know
thing
what you're
with Dev.
talking about. You have
Dev and
no
Ryan.
idea about the sport of boxing.
Why does he have to do that when it's a 4-week turnaround?
Bro, why do he got to
What do you
please your
mean
dumb
4 week
ass?
turnaround?
Like
That is
the
You
cap.
fuck?
did
Like,
not
bro,
because
it's
let me
That
talk.
is cap.
Let me get my
Why are
minute
you
off.
lying?
Let me get my minute off real quick. Then I'm gonna be quiet because you Jaron Ennis fans, you act like Boost or something. You act like he Errol Spence or something. He ain't the
who
Nobody
big
is
said
fish.
Errol
that shit,
Spence
bro.
right
He ain't
now?
the big fish.
Who?
He ain't sold no pay per
He's
view.
not trying to beat him, nigga.
Who is this to send
Listen,
dual
didn't he
contract?
tell
He
listen,
ain't
Now he's
Tank
didn't he
talking
tell
about
Davis.
Earl
Earl
Are
didn't
Spence.
he
you
tell Earl to
serious?
come to the gym and
See,
come see him?
Are he
this how
Didn't he
you
try to
create
fight
serious?
Earl
false
too?
One at
narratives.
a time. One at
Didn't
a
he try
time.
to
One
Are
at
fight
a
you
Earl
time. One at a
too?
serious?
time.
Bro,
He
this is
can't
how
send
you
no
create
dual
false
contract.
narratives.
He's
He
not a
brings
pay
up
per
shit
view
that has
star.
nothing to do
Right.
with
He
anything.
ain't never fought on pay per view. Who is Jaron Ennis to send dual contracts to somebody?
He got the
He not
belts.
Tank
He's a
Davis.
He's
champion.
got
What are
the
you talking about?
belts. It's
It
going to
don't
be a
matter if he
Now a
got
pay-per-view
the
fight,
motherfucker
belts.
can't
Brian
stand a
Norman in
It don't
contract?
matter
Philadelphia.
if he got the belts.
Oh my
Brian
god,
Norman
this
got a belt
that's
too.
what I'm saying. These dudes don't know shit about
Green.
boxing.
Green. Yo, Green.
Yeah,
It's not Ennis sending the contract. Ennis got a team now. You know he's with Matchroom and Eddie. They got the money, bro.
but see, this is the
Listen,
thing. Easy route.
that is what Boots want to do.
But
Let me
easy
tell
route.
y'all something.
Let me
What I
rebuttal that
believe.
real quick because
The nigga that's around them.
When that
I
Virgil
believe the
Ortiz
niggas
fight
just
fell
fought
out,
3 fucking
what did
fights
Jaron
less
Ennis
than a
say?
year, damn near.
What did
Or a little
Jaron
bit
Ennis
over a
say?
year. Can the nigga
What did
fucking
Jaron Ennis
body
say? He said
chill?
if you don't hear from me, he said if you don't hear from me, then it's
Again, bro. This dude doesn't know what the fuck he talking about,
Hold
man.
on. So wait. Everybody, let's
But
start
he's
over.
smart.
What point are we trying to get across here? Cause I'm lost my damn self.
Bro, like, that's what I'm saying. It's all narratives, all pushing agendas. It doesn't make sense whatsoever at all.
What's the point though?
Why the
What's the
fuck are
point
you?
that's
Oh no
trying to
no.
be?
Why the fuck are you mad that a unified champion is sending a contract to another champion? Fuck wrong with you?
Yo, hold on, y'all. But what's the main topic right here? What
Bro,
exactly are
he's
we
saying Boots is
discussing?
cherry picking,
Discussing.
Boots is ducking. That's his point.
cherry
And
picking
I'm
at its
saying,
finest.
but easy right. His point is that he feels like Boots is cherry picking him as a duck. When all Boots did is literally stand to his word and say, hey, if he wants the unification fights at 147. And that's literally what he has been doing. And they just sent another offer for Brian Norman to get after the fight after the Jin
They
Sasaki
they could have
after he's
paid
done. And
Brian Norman
and
what they
now
paid Karen
no they
Chukas.
can't. No they can't.
They could have paid
Yo,
Brian
No
Norman.
they
They could
can't.
have
I
paid Brian
mean,
No
Norman what
they
they paid
can't.
Karen Chukas in
No
a
they
yo,
fucking
rematch.
can't.
let's every
So he
No, they
doesn't want to
can't.
fight. He doesn't want to unify.
Brian Norman,
That's
and
cap.
nobody.
He doesn't want to unify.
Why is the motherfucker who made 100K entitled
yo,
to 2.2 million? Fuck out of
yo,
What
here.
does that have to do with anything?
let everybody give their
A
opinion
lot,
on the
everything.
situation, right?
It has everything to do with it. What are you talking
This is
about?
my opinion on the situation, right? I agree that Boots said he want to be undisputed, but he got to fight the fight the public wants. Like, if the public is demanding Teofimo Lopez, he got to give us that fight, bro.
Why?
We, what do you mean? Why? Those are the fights that make your
Why would he
career.
fight, bro? For what? Tio, why the fuck do you gotta fight Tio when he can
Oh,
fight
come
Brian
on,
Norman?
bro. Come on.
No, but I'm
I
asking
didn't
you,
expect that from you.
why does he need to fight Tio when he can fight Brian Norman?
You
But we
just said
already
you
went through
just
the
said,
Brian
bro.
Norman situation. You said Brian don't want to fight.
Yeah, it
I
can't be
didn't say he
both
doesn't
ways.
want to fight. I'm saying he's stalling.
Right. So if he's stalling,
How's he
then give us
stalling
the
when Jin
KO fight.
Sasaki called him out after as soon as he got out the ring? How's he
Again, no,
stalling?
but I'm not mad that he's fighting Jin Sasaki. I never said that. If you would
I didn't say
actually
that
Of
you
listen,
course,
was
because
mad.
look
y'all
at
y'all
if you
hyped
to
up
what
over
I'm saying.
fucking names y'all don't care.
The point is the man got a contract offer. The man is not even willing
He
to
didn't
talk
get
over or negotiate. He's saying, yo, fuck it. I'm not going to even do anything after I'm done with the Sasaki fight. When we have seen bigger champions than him do literally sign contracts for a fight after they already have a fight going on.
Now I'm
So
about
this
to
is nothing new.
y'all niggas play too much with
bruh,
my con.
bruh. First of all, this is boxing. Nobody's gonna sign
Yeah,
up.
learn about it because you don't know
Nobody's
shit.
gonna sign up for a
Yo,
low
shout
ball,
out
bruh.
Mubenga, man.
They're going to negotiate the
He being
money.
he being Boozy Jim, man.
They're going to negotiate the money. He's going over to Japan. He's going over to Japan to where
Once again,
Inouye is
that
from.
doesn't mean anything.
It means
Bro, anything
everything.
they
It
hype on
doesn't
media,
mean
this nigga
It
gonna
anything.
means
go with.
everything.
No,
Anything
it
they
doesn't
say
Didn't
mean
on
Cool
media,
Boy
shit.
get knocked
he
out
gonna
over
go
there?
with.
It
Did Cool
doesn't
Boy
mean
It's
did
shit.
gonna
Cool
be
Fighters
Boy
do
whatever
it
just get
he
all the
knocked
say.
out over
time.
there?
Anything they say
Fighters
on
do
media,
it
he
all
with
the
it.
time.
He gonna hit you with all the media bullshit. Go ahead.
Fighters
Man,
do
Cool
that shit
Boy
all
Steph
the
went over there
time.
and got knocked out. So what are
Yeah,
we
Fighters do
talking
that
Japan
about?
shit
punching
all
on
the
niggas.
fucking
What you
time.
talking about?
Japan,
And he only
Japan,
got knocked out
Japan,
because he went
Japan is a great
overseas.
venue to fight at. It's a great venue to fight at. It's a lot of promotion and builds your name up. So what's wrong with that? It built Cool Boy name up even though he got knocked out.
Yo,
That's
come on,
cool. He
Green
can
Green.
fight in Japan.
Come on, Green Green. Don't do
The
that
point
to
is,
my city, bro.
bro. The point is, Booth is wants to fight Brian Norman next. That's what he wants to do. That's why he sent him a contract. Simple. The man now is acting like he can't sign shit or even
This
talk over
no,
shit
see
just because he
now
has to
y'all
fight
sound
with
like the
Jason
Errol
Saki.
Spence, Terence
When we
Crawford.
have
That's not a
when we
contract,
it
man. He
doesn't
wants to
matter. It
negotiate.
doesn't matter
He wants
if
to
it's
nego.
Earl
He didn't
Spence
send
or
him a
not.
contract.
Errol,
He wants to negotiate with him while he's already
that little
training for a
fish
fight.
motherfucker
He's
ain't
already
got
got
shit
an
to do with this
opponent.
situation. You
He's already
keep
got an
talking about
opponent.
somebody that has nothing to do with this situation.
He already has an opponent.
Stop mentioning other
He
people
could
that
have
have
sent
nothing to
dual
do with this
contracts.
situation.
He could have sent dual contracts when they did the Stadionis fight. But instead, and just like Easy Root said, you don't want to fight Teofimo Lopez, but you'll fight Giasov though.
No, he wants to fight Brian Norman. He don't want to fight Giasov. What the fuck do you not understand? They literally talking about they want to fight Brian Norman next, not Giasov, or they will move up to 154. What are you talking about? That's literally the only thing that Eddie Hearn and from Boosting we've heard is that they have been in talks about the Teofimo fight, but he doesn't really want the fight because he rather wants Brian Norman or he's moving up. That's literally what they said. So why
Hey,
are
yo,
you lying?
I mean,
Dude is just making shit up now.
you know, Boots is unified champion now. He don't gotta worry about the IBF limit no more. So he can stay at 47 for a long time, bro.
So
I
what
would
is
say
Eddie talking
no.
about then? What is Eddie
Definitely
Hearn
not a
talking
long
about? That
time.
he might move to
You
'Definitely
said
157.
not a
what,
long
bro?
time.
Hey,
Boots is a
hey,
big
easy.
motherfucker, bro.
Hey, easy Root. They just did an interview on Boxing, and you go pull it up. Eddie Hearn talking about Jaron Ennis. He's having trouble making 147 after he just said,
Yeah, but
well,
he's unified now, so he don't have to
but
do the IBF 10
this,
pound rehydration.
easy route. Jaron Ennis is a super middleweight campaigning at 147. He's been a welterweight his whole career. He's been a welterweight longer
Now
than
we
Bud
just lying.
Crawford.
Okay, cool.
He's been a welterweight longer than Bud
Now you're
Crawford.
super
He's about to
middleweight.
be
Okay.
28 years old. How long can he still make 147 clean?
Now you're super middleweight. Okay.
He is a super middleweight. I've seen Jaron
So
Ennis in person.
since when can a super middleweight fight on 147 and fight with a 10-pound realization close? Explain that to me.
Making the weight. It's about making the weight and having a performance after you make the weight when you rehydrate. That's what it's about.
So when
No,
does
it's
he
not
miss weight?
about. You didn't
When does he
answer the
miss weight?
question. I
It's not.
love how
It's
you
not about him
deflected,
missing
though.
weight.
Hey, hold on. I
He
love how
blamed
you
his
deflected.
performance.
Let's talk
He
about how
blamed
you
his
answer the question.
performance
Hold on,
against
hold
Karen.
on.
He
Let's
blamed
see
his
if you can
performance
answer the question.
against Karen on the
Since
weight.
when
It's
can
all these
a
excuses,
natural
bro.
168
Every
pounder
time it's an
go to
excuse.
147 and
He got
fight
more
somebody with
excuses
a
than
10
Ryan
pound realization
Garcia,
clause?
bro. He got more excuses than Ryan Garcia, bro. Every time he don't look a certain type of way in the ring, he gets scrutiny. It's
Well, he's talking about nothing, bro. Like, dude is saying nothing.
Hey,
All
yo,
narrative.
Strive, you still there, bro?
All narrative, game. It's crazy.
Where my man Strive at? You still there?
I got out
Yo,
the hypocrisy with this Jaron Ennis guy, dude. First, the dude said
you
nobody wants to fight me. I'm a low risk. I'm too much of a risk, low
Yeah, I'm here,
reward. Now you got big fights.
bro.
Turkey wants to put you on
Who?
big
Yeah.
fights.
What's a
Turkey
big
wants to put
fight?
you on big
Virgil
fights, and you
Ortiz?
still don't want to fight.
Just because you say somebody's name does not mean it's a big fucking fight, man.
They're putting the card
Who the
together.
fuck Virgil
They're
really been
putting the
for
whole
to
card
make
together.
this nigga so, oh my god, Boots should be scared? Who? You can't give me a significant win by any of these motherfuckers y'all comparing Boots' name to. And you keep talking about what Boots done. Y'all niggas should
Because
be
he's not
fans as
fighting
much as y'all
Wait,
anybody.
hold
niggas
on,
That's
niggas
why.
on the
hold
board.
Who is
on.
he fighting?
Wait. Are you saying Virgil doesn't have any
Who is
significant
Boots
name
Who?
on his
fighting?
resume?
Stan Jonas to beat everybody the fuck up you name. Everybody that you name,
All right,
Stanionis
Stan
man. You
Jonas to
beat
beat him
some
the
delusional.
fuck up.
Magimov and
You
And
Boetrup?
put
delusional,
this nigga
dude.
out of
nah
business
nah
You
right
nah
now.
nah nah.
delusional,
Strive,
dude.
Get
hold
the
on, slow
fuck
down,
out of
slow
here,
down, slow
yo.
down,
You
slow down, slow down.
Strive,
delusional.
slow
You
Many of
talking
these
down,
about
Strive,
bro.
niggas
Danny?
strive,
fighting
You
for
strive,
talking
real.
about
strive,
Danny
strive.
Owens
Slow
that
down.
was
None of them
struggling with
niggas is
Derek
Strive.
fighting
Lewis?
Whoa,
Stan
whoa,
Jonas,
whoa,
See,
whoa,
bro.
whoa. Let me
That's
go,
a
let me go,
lie.
let me go. Hold on, let me go,
this
let me
is
go, let me go, let me go,
this
let
is
me
where the
go.
Boost fan. This is where the Boost fan fails me. Because ain't no way
Yeah,
your
Bro,
ass.
yeah.
you
Hold
been
on.
fell by even keep saying his
Because
fucking name out
there
your mouth
is
and got no
no
facts
way.
behind it.
There
Monkey,
is
I could
no
go
way
talk
No,
you
to him.
this
as
is
a
a meme.
boxing
Different.
Strive,
fan.
strive. This is a
It's a
meme.
Hold
Hold
on,
on.
difference.
hold on. There is no way you as a boxing fan believe Stanionis beats Madrimov and Boachuk. You
Yes, you
don't
do.
believe.
Yes, you do.
Okay,
At 47,
then
No, he
guess
at
what,
doesn't.
bro?
47,
Guess
at
what?
47,
You're just
at
another
They have
forty-seven,
fanboy.
40.
You're
at
just
They have
another
47, I
54
got
fanboy.
though.
him.
They have
At
54
47,
though.
I
Congratulations.
got him.
You're just a fanboy.
I got him at 47. And
You're just a
anyway, why would you
fanboy.
give somebody that weigh
Congratulations, my boy.
154 to fucking fight somebody at 147?
That's
So
cool,
yeah,
bro.
he can't be him.
Bro, I'm
Pick
not gonna
somebody
lie,
at
bro. This,
47,
hey,
nigga.
respectfully, this conversation is over, bro, because you're
Yeah, I
delusional.
know. I know. When I start making sense, I know.
No, you don't make no fucking sense, bro.
Yo, come on, man. You
Motherfucker
driving
said
yourself
Hey,
10
Prince,
minutes.
crazy.
why you even
Do you
fucking
see
with
these
these
boost
bulls,
fans?
bro?
Bro,
Do
bro,
you see
bro,
Nah,
do
bro.
you
it's
see
How,
just
how
how,
one of them,
delusional
bro.
all
he
he
No, no,
do
is?
is
Hear me
it's
out. The
not,
remember
bro.
bad
motherfucker said,
content.
How
bro, the
delusional he
motherfucker
is?
said
Ain't nothing but bad
Stanionis little
content,
bitch
bro.
ass
I don't know,
finna
bro.
beat
Hey,
Boachuk.
easy
Fuck
root.
out of here, bro.
Easy root. Can
Yo,
you answer this for me, easy root?
yo, I'm listening.
Why didn't did you see Boost energy when Blair Cobbs pulled up on him?
Yeah, I seen that. I ain't like
What
that.
I didn't. His energy looked like he was scared, like he was looking for help. He was looking around. He was kind of nervous. How come he won't fight Blair Cobbs?
I want to see that fight too.
Blair Cobbs is
Nigga,
from
he
Philly. I
doesn't have
like
a
Blair
title.
Cobbs.
Shut up. He doesn't have a
I
title.
like Blair Cobbs. Blair Cobbs is from Philly.
Yeah,
This
Blair
is what
Cobbs
I'm
boxing
is
saying,
nerd.
right?
He don't
Blair
have a
Cobbs.
title,
He
but
punched
we
This,
still
AJ
hey, but
Butler
believe
Easy
he
one
got
Rod,
a
time
do
and
you see
knocked
fight,
him
what
in
I'm
the
bro.
skull
saying?
and broke his arm.
This is the picking and choosing, though.
Nerd.
Y'all just said
Why we
Boots is
can't
a
see that
dog,
fight,
right?
nerd?
When he doesn't
He
fight
doesn't
champions,
have
right?
a title, Easy
Or
Route. He
154
wants to
guys.
fight for
But now
titles.
y'all saying shit about fucking Blair Cobbs. Fuck out of here, man.
You niggas, man.
Come on, bro.
Oh shit.
Blair Cobbs. He called out.
And
I want to see
where's
that
Blair?
fight, man. Yo, seriously,
Does
y'all don't want to
Blair
see that
Cobbs
fight?
have a title? Does he have a title? Does he have
No,
a
but
title?
you forget the title. You don't
Nerd,
want to see
boxing
that
Bro,
nerd.
fight?
He's from Philly.
what
He's
did
from
Boots?
Philly. Boxing
Easy
nerd. That
Route,
would
Easy
sell.
Route.
That would
Listen,
sell the
listen.
arena
Easy
out.
Route, listen. Easy Route, listen. What did Boots say? He said titles or he's moving up. Blair Cobbs doesn't have a title. He's not wasting time. He's like 195, trying to wait 147. He's a big dude. Like, stop talking about this bullshit.
Let
He
him
doesn't have a
fight
title.
Blair,
Dead
bro.
it. He doesn't have a title. Dead it. There's no point in going to conversation about it. Stop talking about it.
Man, hey, boxing nerd. It's so much hypocrisy. First, I hear from Jaron Ennis, I want to fight 3 times a year. Now it's
Nerd,
all of
we
a
want
sudden
to
I only
see
want the
Ennis fight
championship.
everybody.
That's
He
BS.
doesn't
That's
have a
BS,
title.
dude. That's BS. And just like I told you, boxing nerd, he was actually willing to entertain fight Ryan Garcia, but you won't fight Teofimo Lopez. Ryan Garcia don't have a title, dude.
How is it entertaining Ryan
Ryan
Garcia
Garcia
fight?
was already locked in with a fight
When
with
the
Devin Haney, just
motherfucker
like you
just said,
guys mentioned earlier. Am I right
when
or
Boots
wrong?
and Eddie both just saying
Listen,
that, hey, they want Brian Norman next, and if they don't get that, they want to move up. If they don't get a title shot, a title fight, they want to move up. What are we talking about, bro?
you'll
Talking
fight
about
Ryan,
entertaining
but you
Ryan
won't
fight.
fight Teofimo
Again, this is
Lopez.
this is what
That's
I'm
cherry
saying, bro.
picking.
Yo, can you
All
guys hear
You
me?
narratives.
Can you
cherry
guys hear
pick,
me?
bro.
You're just
You
making shit
cherry
up
picking.
now, bro.
I'm not making anything up. I'm not making anything up.
Bro, you just
Yes,
starting a
you are.
bunch of
You're making shit
narratives.
up,
We don't
bro.
want to hear nothing
I'm
from
not
you.
making up narrative. Did Jaron Ennis not say that he would beat up Ryan Garcia?
He will beat him up. That doesn't
Everybody
mean
would
he's
beat up Ryan
actually
Garcia.
that
You
that
Garcia
doesn't mean
But
sucks.
he's actually interested in a fight. What are you
but
talking
that
about,
but
bro?
that but the Ryan Garcia, but him and Ryan Garcia, that actually came out of his mouth saying he would fight Ryan Garcia. But you won't fight Teofimo. Neither one of them
No,
have
he said
titles
he
Bro,
would
he
at
never, bro.
147.
bro.
That's
He
bullshit.
never said he
Neither
wanted
one
to
of them
fight
have
him.
titles at 147.
They never said that he wants to fight Ryan Garcia.
He said he would fight Ryan Garcia if they offered to fight.
Bro,
Did
that's
he
cap.
not say that?
He did not say that.
All
I
right, all
think
right.
it's
Now you capping.
green,
Now you
green,
capping.
Put the
green,
link up.
green,
Put the link up.
green,
He
green.
would.
Yeah.
He
I
said he
think his
would.
dad said
He
that. His
said he
dad
would.
said that.
No, Jaron Ennis said that.
I
Yeah, he
didn't
said
see.
he
I didn't.
said he said
Me
line him
personally,
up.
I
Like,
didn't see it.
listen,
Maybe
but y'all
Because
I
act like
might
he's
have
the
heard
first
it
one
wrong.
saying
Ryan
like,
I didn't
no,
Garcia said
see.
I'm
he
not
would
gonna
knock
Put the
fight
Teofimo
link
Ryan.
up
out if
then.
he caught,
Put
if
the
I'm
he
link
not
caught him
up.
with a
doing this.
left hook.
The nigga
He
not
said
saying
Jaron
no to
Ennis just
anybody
hit
y'all
too
put at
much.
the table, bro. He's not
Put
I
the
willing to
seen.
link
fight the fight.
He said Jaron Ennis gets hit too much,
said
and if he catches him with a left hook, he's gonna knock him out. That's
right.
what Ryan Garcia
And then
said.
he replied to that and said, "All right, we'll set it the fuck up and see what else a man's supposed to do."
Oh, this is on Twitter.
What the shit we
this
talking
was
about?
On X. What was this at?
This was after the end of the fight of Stanionis.
Oh, okay.
It was in that press conference, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's why I'm saying, like, let him go ahead and do whatever he's gonna do, yo. He all right. Just, I mean, fall back and just watch, man. Shit happen. His boxing is business.
Yo, but Strap, we still want to see him fight Blair, Teo. We want to see him fight those guys.
Blair.
Hey, to be
Sorry,
honest
Blair.
with
You
you,
know we fuck
Blair
with you,
Cobb's
bro.
resume is the same as Jaron Ennis's. Name wise,
Who?
Blair Cobb's and Jaron Ennis,
He
name
got
wise,
lost on his record.
same resume.
It's a difference. When a nigga got lost on his record, it's a difference.
Yeah, but Adrian Broner is a 3-division world champion.
Yeah.
Adrian Broner
gets
Adrian Broner gets beat by everybody in the top 20. Like, stop talking to me, bro.
Hey, boxing nerd, I'm pointing at you.
Like, bro,
You're
this
right.
guy's an idiot. Green,
Names
you're
matter.
actually
Bro,
you're boxing.
Hey,
nobody knows
boxing
you standing on the
nerd.
fence,
so
bro.
sad. I'm
Boxing
done
nerd.
talking to you.
This what I mean. They hear a name that's been hyped up and they just use it. They don't think.
Strive, hold on, Strive. I got beef with you for what you said about Stanionis. Please don't talk to me either. Both you and Green are on timeout. You guys are wilding. You guys are wilding. Stop.
I'm gonna be honest with you. This is my opinion, right?
Don't be honest with me. I don't want to hear your honesty. You're
I'm
wilding.
just giving my opinion. Out of the 147 dudes that he had competition, I was more scared of Stanionis than anybody else because I already know about him punching.
No, you weren't.
You know, Barrios really can't beat nobody because he already been punched out of his career when he had that bloodbath fight. So, like, I ain't really see nobody but Stanionis style that was really gonna get him some, you know what I mean, probably something. But Boots proved me wrong, and he him. That's my.
Let's be real. Stanionis didn't have nothing for Boots. Let's be real. Let's be 100%. Let's be 100%. Stanionis had nothing for Boots. Nothing.
He made it look like that, bro. That's what I'm saying. That's how Boots, how good he is. He made it look like that.
On his worst day, Stanionis doesn't win against Boots, bro.
Now, I ain't never said that he was ever going to win. I ain't never say that. But I'm just saying,
he doesn't even cause him trouble. He doesn't cause him trouble.
All right, look. He caused him trouble more than Anastasia did.
Avanesian?
Yeah, Avanesian. I call him Anastasia. I don't know why I keep saying that,
bro,
man.
And here's another thing about his last 3 fights, right? Avanesian was a short, last-minute replacement or a month of replacement because Cody Crowley had an eye surgery prior, and he didn't get cleared. The Pennsylvania Commission didn't clear him, so that's why he fought Avanesian. That's the only reason he fought Avanesian. It would have been Cody Crowley and Boots. I think Boots would have stopped him, in my opinion.
I fuck with David. You know he went to Boots gym after that. He was his sparring partner for his last fight. One of them.
That's right, Mark Nash.
I'm just saying, y'all gotta lay off Boots with all the. I mean, let this shit happen. It's business. Shit probably don't happen tomorrow or today, but the shit may happen.
Nah,
just know that he not like
it ain't happening, man. They don't want to fight, man. They don't want to fight.
I don't know,
so
man.
Why do they not want to fight? Let me just appease.
Because all of the fights, everything that Jaron Ennis imagined, all these big fights that he talked about, said he was being kept away from. All of these things are being presented to him at present time, and now they're not jumping on the opportunities for him. Bro, you got Turkey out. You got Turkey Al-Sheikh. You got Turkey Al-Sheikh, and you got your promoter Eddie Hearn. These guys work hand in hand together, but all of a sudden now it's a big discrepancy about you fighting on the real high season card.
You know why he can't go overseas, bro? You know his dad and them got jail records and shit like that.
Bro, Devin Haney went over to Australia twice.
Listen,
Bill Haney was able to get over there too. Bill Haney has improved.
All right, go ahead. My fault. Go ahead. My fault, bro. But Dev ain't go over there with his dad the first time because of that situation. That's probably why he don't, you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know for sure, but you know what I mean? That's why I was assuming.
Yo, Strive.
Yes.
The problem here is Green got a point though. We know what Ennis want to do. He said he want to be undisputed, right? But we don't know how long that's going to take. He needs to take what's presented to him right now.
Bro, you
can't just put that on
But easy
pause.
route once again, bro.
You
They are
can't just
sent,
put that
bro,
on
bro.
pause.
But easy route.
I'm listening, bro.
You're forgetting the point though that they already sent a new contract, a new offer to Brian Norman, bro.
Oh,
Okay,
you
they
saying they
want
send a new offer to Norman right
yes,
now?
yes, they want Brian Norman next, bro. They don't want
Oh, okay.
GSI or Teofimo. They rather
Uh-huh.
want they rather want Brian Norman. That's what they want next
Uh-huh.
because that's
Well,
the only guy they
if
really
that's a
sent an
power
offer to
play,
at this point in
then
time.
I'll give him a pass for that. I'll let it play out.
That's what I'm saying, though,
Oh, all
right?
right. I didn't know they
Because
sent that contract, bro.
they, they did.
Say something too. I don't know about all that for sure personally. I ain't asked Boots and talked to them like that or nothing. But I'm pretty sure that's what he want to do because of the mouth situation, like what people saying. I guess he gonna get him the fuck out the way. If you pay attention to Greg and YSM Sports, them the most closest to what you think Boots could be like, thinking and going. Whatever them two saying. Besides
Right.
asking him your fucking self.
I mean, if that's the move, then he's playing chess while everybody else playing checkers because he knows he already said he want to do that, and if they already sent that contract and they working on it, then
What?
he just letting everybody talk shit then because he
Yeah,
already know what he's
Bro,
gonna do next.
he definitely
but
do be letting everybody talk shit, but I be getting mad for him.
Yo, this guy.
Man,
but hey, man, hey,
those people that you just mentioned, they cap. Those are Terence Crawford. They use Terence Crawford name every time so they channel can stay in the algorithm. Because Jaron Ennis doesn't
Bro,
talk.
they haven't used Terrence Crawford
Because
name in
Jaron
like a
Ennis
year.
doesn't talk. That bum ass strength and conditioning coach that they got
Bro,
over there.
Green
Every
Green.
time
you
they talk
you know
about
you
Terence
know what
Crawford, he always mentions Terence Crawford. Or he's not going
you
to
know
get
why
the
he mentioned
Canelo fight.
Crawford?
He's
Because
not gonna get the Canelo fight. Now we got the
him and
Canelo
Bernie
fight.
play beefing,
We
bro.
about to beat Canelo Alvarez up. Jaron Ennis, he'll never fight a top level Mexican guy like that. You feel he
His
won't even
brother
fight Virgil
sparred with him. What are
Ortiz.
you talking
He
about?
won't even fight Virgil after that
His
Bobacek
brother
fight.
sparred with
That
him.
was the
What you
best
think
time to
Boots?
fight
All
Virgil
right, bro.
Ortiz.
I'm gonna let
Virgil
you
Ortiz
believe what
looked
you want.
terrible against Sergey Bobacek. That's the best time to fight,
Bro,
man.
you know that his dad, his brothers both sparred with Triple G and fucking Canelo during their
Man, we don't
battle
care
against each
about
other.
that, bro. You talk
But
that's the
I'm
old
telling you
that's the
what's in
old
his
news.
blood, bro.
Y'all still talking about that fight between Jaron and his brother and Gabriel Rosales. Like nobody cares, bro.
I ain't even talking about Gabe. I'm talking
Nobody
about
cares.
asking
Nobody
Canelo
cares
who you was
about them
talking
old
about.
fights,
Yo, we
bro.
were just talking about sparring.
Never
Green
mind,
Green,
bro.
relax.
Nobody cares
Relax.
about them old fights, bro.
You
You talking
Relax.
you
about Triple
you
G? David
It was a
you got a
Benavidez
lot
was
of
sparring
sparring
animosity
Triple
before
in
G
the
your
when he
heart
was a
oh
against
kid.
Boots, bro.
oh man.
I
David
don't know
Benavidez
I don't know
was
which one of
sparring
your
Triple
favorite
G
fighters he
when he
fucked
was
up,
a
but that shit is sad that you got that animosity against him where somebody can spit facts to you and you just make up some shit, not even
Steven.
listening.
I'm calling it even Steven. Jaron Ennis, this the same guy that's
This
been
kid,
calling Terence Crawford out for years. The same guy that's been calling Terence Crawford out.
and
Matter
he
of
ain't gonna
fact,
fight him
Jaron Ennis
yet.
even said
And we ain't
he.
saying he a
Matter
duck.
of fact,
It was bad
that same
business,
channel that you just mentioned,
bro.
that channel you just mentioned, did Jaron Ennis say on there, "Oh, I'm not going to his fight against Israel Majumov"? But look who
And he
showed up.
came
Look who showed up, Jaron Ennis. And when he
because
seen
he
Terence
wanted
Crawford,
the
he tried to
fight,
act like a
bro.
statue. Did he not try to act like a statue, like he didn't see Terence Crawford
But that's his
before?
whole thing. He was smirking at the nigga. He was smirking at him. That's his whole persona, bro. If you really understood Boots, bro, a lot of this shit, bro, you just stressing yourself out. He really was saying,
Your
fuck it, I'm gonna
cap,
go because
Jaron
I'm gonna
Ennis was
promote the
doing the
fight. I'm
interview.
not gonna tell a nigga, I'm
I can
coming to
tell
your
you
fight.
exactly what happened.
He
Jaron
not
Ennis was
Joe
doing the
like that.
interview, and the interviewer stopped talking to Jaron Ennis because he seen Bud Crawford coming. When Bud Crawford started coming, Jaron Ennis tried to act like he was invisible. He tried to act like he wasn't even there. So Bud
Bro,
Crawford could walk by him and not say nothing to him. Then Bud looked over and said, "I thought you said
you
you
wasn't
wasn't
coming.
coming."
No, he stood there with his head
He
up. He
pays
put his head
attention to
up
everything
just
he
in case.
You
says.
know,
Listen,
you
He
know, you
knows
know
Jaron
why?
listen,
Ennis
listen,
doesn't
Green
want
Green,
to
hold on,
fight.
hold on,
listen. If
hold
you
on, hold
if
on,
you
hold
don't
on, hold
know
on, hold
if
on,
you
hold
don't
on.
if you're gonna see a
Green
nigga
Green,
that you
hold
saying
on.
something about,
Shy,
bro,
1 second, one
listen.
second.
All right, go ahead.
Strive,
Jaron Ennis
1
doesn't
second.
want to fight.
Green
Go ahead,
Green,
bro.
If Jaron Ennis had told
1
Terence
second, bro.
Crawford, "Let's
Green
fight,"
Green,
I want
1 second.
that fight.
Green.
I
Do
want
you
that
hear me?
fight.
Green.
The same way Bud told Errol Spence when he
This
seen him.
nigga,
That's
man,
all
he doesn't
Jaron
stop
Ennis had to
yapping.
do, and the fade would have been
Green,
locked in.
yo, relax. 1 second, bro. Shit, you don't stop talking. One
Boxing
sec.
nerd, what are you talking about, bro?
1 second. Let me get this
1
off.
second for what? I'm trying to land my plane. You trying to make me crash
Oh,
my
brother,
trying to make me
bro.
crash my aircraft, dude. I
No, of
can't even
course not,
land my
because you've been
plane with
speaking
you.
bullshit this entire time. Like, what? Let other people talk. You be talking over everybody. Like, who cares? Like I was saying, he wasn't even there for the Crawford fight. He was there for the Andy Cruz fight. That's his stablemate. That's the only reason he was there.
He never comes to Andy Cruz fight. What are you talking about?
Are you kidding me, bro? Andy Cruz trains at his gym. He's been to
He
multiple
said he
Andy
wasn't
Cruz
coming
fights.
to the fight when they asked him, boxing nerd. That came out of Jaron Ennis' mouth. Not
Where do
Bozy,
you see
not
that?
YSM. When he asked him, are you going to the card in LA? He said, no, I'm not going. But he showed up. He didn't know. He
Your
tried to
connection is
come.
so
He was
bad,
doing
bro.
an interview. Jaron Ennis was doing an interview, and the interviewer stopped interviewing Jaron Ennis and said, here comes Terence Crawford. That was his prime moment to step right in front of
Okay.
Bud and say, hey,
First of all,
I
he
want to
wasn't
fight you,
start.
Bud Crawford.
She
Let's
didn't. She
fight.
didn't. She didn't. She didn't.
Especially
Hold on. Oh God. All
after
right.
Terence Crawford told him when he was on the phone with Gillian Wallow, go to sleep. If a nigga tell me to go to sleep and I see him, I got to address that, boxing nerd. So what's up with your mans?
This nigga's just talking for talking sake.
Answer the question, boxing nerd. Now you can
This
go.
nigga's just talk. This now I can go. You don't tell me what to go. I go when I want to go. What the frick you
Because you're
talking
trying
about?
to interrupt me while I'm landing my plane.
Because you interrupted
You don't
everybody
want to
this
hear
entire
common sense.
time.
You don't want to hear common sense.
So all you do is talk narratives. You don't talk
I'm
any
not
facts.
talking
You've
narratives.
never
Everything I
spoke
just said
any
to you,
facts
boxing
this
nerd,
entire
actually
time.
happened. That actually
This
happened,
nigga, bro.
boxing nerd. I didn't make
This
that up.
nigga, man.
You seen it like I did. Now, why didn't you?
Hey, yo, Green, I love the enthusiasm, bro.
Yeah,
We
of
got
course he
to
doesn't.
hold his feet to the fire, Easy Root, because he could have literally said, "Hey, Terence Crawford, I want to fight you, man. I've been asking for this fight for a long time," but he just wants to call Terence Crawford out on interviews at his gym. When you actually see the guy, that energy is different. You feel what I'm saying? The energy is different. He's in
Yeah,
fight mode.
that
Terence Crawford is in fight mode. He
that
already did
energy
cut weight.
was different.
He's in fight mode. Plus, Terence Crawford, he's a different type of dude. He's not gonna let you disrespect him and call him out and play like that. You seen what happened when he seen Teofimo Lopez. If Teo didn't cop a plea, he was gonna get beat up. He made him
Yeah,
get on camera
They
and
would have,
cop a
they would have,
plea.
they would have been arrested and like kept there for a year if they caused any trouble. So that's not
He
true.
made Teofimo cop a plea on camera. The same thing would happen to Jaron Ennis.
Do you know how? The Saudi? So you think when he's about to fight Madrimov, he's supposed to? You made me believe that he's supposed to attack Ennis if Ennis said anything crazy.
I didn't say attack Ennis, boxing nerd. I said call Terence Crawford out. He's right there.
You just said that if Teo talked crazy, Bud was gonna beat him up. And you said right after that, hold on.
boxing nerd.
Let me finish.
He
Let me
no
finish what I'm
boxing
saying.
nerd,
Let me finish what I'm
boxing nerd.
saying.
He
Let me
are
finish what I'm saying.
boxing nerd.
Let me finish what I'm saying. Let me finish what I'm saying.
Okay, go ahead.
After that,
Go ahead.
you said Bud would have done the same thing to Boost. So like, what am I missing?
Well, first off, I'm gonna make your point because you're right. He would have got arrested over in Saudi Arabia for violence. I get
So
that.
how long would they have kept him?
But boxing nerd, let me finish. Did Bud Crawford not see Teofimo Lopez in Las Vegas and put his finger in his face the first time?
Yeah, I got separated. That's
That
really
happened.
beating him up, right?
That
That's
happened.
beating him up, right?
But look.
That's really beating him up. That's beating him up
No,
for sure,
look,
right?
no. Boxing nerd. This is the thing though. Teofimo, he made sure he got away from that situation. He let people get in the middle. The second time, T.O. still went on with the racist slurs. He sees him in Saudi Arabia. He makes him get on camera and apologize. Oh, you was doing all that talking, so now you was
Teo's
just doing it
doing
for
this.
promotion. So now I don't have to hurt you. I could have hurt you for this Teofimo Lopez. I don't gotta hurt you now.
So that You're not gonna cross the street or go overseas and fight people. That's just dumb. He's a businessman. That would be stupid, correct?
No, we're not just talking about fighting
Answer the
people,
question. Answer
boxing
the
nerd.
question. Would that be stupid? Would that be stupid or not?
It
Answer that
doesn't,
question or
no,
not.
it doesn't make that doesn't make sense. I already alluded to that, boxing nerd. What I'm saying is the
Okay.
energy when you see these guys, his energy didn't change. He just didn't beat him up. His energy was still, we have to address this issue. Why doesn't Jaron Ennis want to address his issues? You keep calling Terence Crawford out, but when you see him, you don't want to have a man-to-man conversation with him.
Did Crawford look like he was gonna stop for a conversation?
Doesn't Jaron Ennis want to fight?
Man,
Answer my
bro,
question.
boxing. Hold on. To be fair, right? If Boots, listen, right, and I'm just saying this because you know, Bud used to be like that, man, right? So, and he's still like that. Bro, like if you keep calling the man out and you wanted to fight him for real, like you say you do, I mean, pulling up on him and talking to him, it doesn't have to be at that moment, but you've been there the whole weekend, the whole week. The whole week in LA for the fight week, for press conference, for weigh in, for the fight. You trying to tell me there's not one instance you could have pulled up on him and talked to him?
No, I'm not saying that.
If it was really like that for you?
Most definitely.
So yeah.
YouTube, TV.
Where everybody at?
Well, we're still here.
Yeah,
No one's really
I'm
talking.
right here. I'm right here. I'm waiting for boxing nerd to rebuttal what the other guy just said.
Hold on, what'd he say?
He said, okay, you don't have to necessarily address Terence Crawford right there at that moment, but you are there for the whole weekend, the whole event's going. At some point, you need to cross paths with Crawford and talk about you getting this fight, or you want to
Yeah,
fight him.
yeah. Jaron Ennis don't got that demeanor to him where he gonna go at that fighter and tell him he want to fight him. I just think it's just a personality thing, Green.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And you know I'm not the biggest Ennis fan, but it's a
Man, but why we not
personality
talking
thing.
about how Bud finna beat Canelo in
How,
September?
but how is that
Because
when you can talk
Gregory
about
wanted
him
to
on
go on this
interviews?
conversation.
When you
Yeah,
see him in real life, you don't say nothing.
yeah.
Because people want to have this conversation.
It's different over, bro. It's different over the phone because like you gotta say something over the phone, but in person, if you're not a guy that thrive off of interaction in person, it's different. It's like you on the phone. It's like having a phone conversation. But if you don't usually do that in person, it's gonna be hard for you to do that. I ain't trying to make a pass for Ennis. I'm just saying I don't think that's what he get into. He he he, he just a boxer. He want to do it in the ring. He not like he'll talk his talk to try to sell a fight, but I don't see him pulling up on somebody saying, "Yo, I want to fight you." You understand what I'm saying, bro?
This is the same guy who said, "I got your belt," because they emailed a sanctioning body to get him stripped, but you don't say nothing when you see him.
Yeah,
That doesn't make sense.
he not gonna do that, bro. Come on, he not. We know he not gonna do that.
And easy route. That's why I brought Blair Cobbs up earlier. There's always a method to my madness.
Oh,
His
okay, I see what you're
energy,
saying.
his energy was terrible. He looked scared.
He
Blair
said he was
Cobbs,
scared.
a guy who had a fishnet shirt on. He was scared.
Scared. This nigga said he was scared when he beat him up when he was 16. Come on, bro. Get out of here with that. Bro, he
We're
beat him up when he
boxing
was
nerd. We're
16
talking
years old.
about that moment in time. We're
I
talking
don't
about
give a
that
shit,
moment in
bro.
time.
He
That
beat
that
him
could
up when he was
that
16 years
definitely could
old.
have happened. Boots definitely could have beat
He
him up.
beat him up
Boots
when he was
definitely could
16
have beat
years
him up
old.
in sparring. But we're talking about when he seen him and asked him for a fade. Boots tried
So what
to walk away, and he
so
wouldn't let Boots' hand go.
all right, cool. So my question
That's
is,
scary.
who do you have in that fight?
Boots. I have
Okay.
Boots beating Virgil Ortiz too, but he doesn't want to fight.
It's not that he doesn't want to fight, it's what he wants to do currently. He wants to unify or move up. If he moves up, the Virgil fight will happen. The Virgil fight will always happen. That is something aligned in their legacy. That is something that must happen. It's gonna happen maybe 2-3 years, but it's gonna happen. It's gonna be a really big fight.
Why
It's gonna
does it
be a
have to
really big
take 2
fight.
or 3 years, boxing nerd? The money's there.
Bro, that's how boxing works. You know that's how boxing works, bro. We
But
didn't get Spencer.
it
We
only
didn't
works like
get
that.
Spencer Crawford until 5 years later.
But
After
there
that
was no there was someone blocking that fight though, boxing nerd. It's a difference. Nobody's
we both
blocking this
know that.
fight.
We both know that. Nobody's blocking the fight, but it has to align with Boots' interests too. What are we rushing his career for?
We have
He's trying to.
an African American champion versus a Mexican. What more do you
Yes,
need?
the Mexican that hasn't even got a title yet, bro. What is he doing? Why are we
This
going
is
on
a
Boots?
Robert Garcia fighter. We just seen them putting
Robert
Bam.
Garcia.
We just seen them putting Bam Rodriguez, another Robert Garcia fighter, on a card with Boots. It's already the build up. Robert Garcia said Boots ducked him. Robert Garcia said Boots ducked his fighter. Did he not say that?
That's fine, but what did Boots say he wanted to do? That's fine, but what did Boots say he wanted to do? How many times do we have to go over this? Are you just not hearing what I'm saying, or what? He wants to unify or move up. That's the end of the conversation. We don't have to go back and forth about this. We really don't.
Yeah, nerd. We know what he wants to do, but what
So
about
why is
the
this a
fans?
conversation? Why is this an argument? Why
So
are we having this
nerd,
argument?
you're saying we're
Nerd.
getting that Norman fight? We're getting that Boots versus Brian Norman fight? We're getting that?
I would want that to
Nerd.
happen, but I don't know.
What about the fans, nerd?
What about the fans?
What if that's not what we want to see?
Man, you guys are too finicky to listen
Hey,
to what
boxing
you guys
nerd.
want
All
to
I'm
do.
saying is I don't know, bro, because one minute they say they willing to take big fights. You know, T.O. he's not a champion, but T.O. is a name, and there's money behind
Not
the fight.
really.
He'll be paid handsomely.
Tio,
But then it's unifications
Tio,
and
I have
undisputed.
to,
So
I have
I
to,
don't
I
know,
have to
man.
disagree.
I don't know,
I have
man.
to disagree. I have to
But
disagree. Tio's not a name. Tio's not a name.
how is
I
he
don't.
not a name? He's
Bro,
lineal
what big?
in 2 divisions.
That's cute, but what has he done? Like money wise, he's not a name. Tio's not a name. If Tio was a
What do
name,
you mean?
would hold on. I have
Female's
a question.
popular for
Hold on,
racism right now.
one second. If Tio was a name, would he have to go to the racist routes he has? Would he have to promote himself like that if he was a name?
He's taking a different path. I can say that.
No, that's not the question. That's not an answer to my question. It's a yes or no. Would he have had to go the racist routes he has if he was a big name?
Yeah, definitely. Still, I don't think that form of his branding would change. I don't think so at all because he feels like he's more accomplished than a lot of the black fighters that get more mention than him because he doesn't
He,
talk and he
I
lets his
agree.
dad talk.
He
He's
is.
talking now more, but those are the words that he chooses to say.
And he's putting his foot in his mouth and he's burning bridges. Turkey just fired him because he called Turkey a dictator.
But boxing nerd, can I rebuttal? Can I rebuttal this because Shakur said something about Turkey Al Sheikh, but him and Turkey was willing to mend the fences. Turkey's a businessman. There's no emotions in business, boxing nerd. So if it suits Turkey and it's along with the game plan that he's trying to amplify, or the program that he's trying to run, he can get by that. That's nothing.
Well, right now he's fired.
Yeah, he's probably fired right now, but he can get rehired.
So would you say that Teofimo puts his foot in his mouth when he talks?
Yes, Bob Arum said that.
All right. You know what? It would perfect for him if Boots turned down the fight and he kept quiet and just posted that thing. You turn down the fight, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. We'd be talking about, oh, Boots ducked Teofimo, da-da-da-da, gone on this tangent, whatever, da-da-da-da. Cool. But he had to ruin his momentum. Ruin it. He ruined it within an hour.
Well, boxing nerd, let me say this, because we just seen a situation where Ryan Garcia, he made a lot of racist statements, and then he also cheated a guy, and he was still seen in the public eye as the victor in the fight, even though it got turned into a no contest.
Real boxing fans knew that was not a victory. He cheated.
So Teofimo, he's following the similar format. So now he's going to go on a rant and say that Jaron Ennis is scared of him. He's going to tell everybody that.
Hold on. Ryan already had a bigger fan base from the jump. He didn't have to do that. He didn't have to do any of that. He already had a bigger fan base from the jump. He already had a big following on Instagram and all his other social media followers.
I agree with you on that, but let me say this. If Ryan Garcia had to beat Rolly Romero, they would act like that situation with Devin Haney never happened. But that was his moment to say, okay, I cheated, but this will really get swept under the rug if I beat Rolly Romero. He couldn't get it done because he didn't have the All-Star ring. But in the same sense, Teofimo, he's lost, but he has never tested positive for steroids or PEDs. He's had close fights. He's looked terrible in his past 2 fights before he fought Josh Taylor. But he didn't get caught cheating. So now Teofimo wants to move up to 147. He just called out Crawford. He disrespected Canelo Alvarez and Eddie Reynoso Jr., saying they didn't want him in this camp, and he didn't want to be a flat-footed fighter anyway. So now he disrespects Jaron Ennis and says Jaron Ennis is scared of him.
Because
I'm giving you a timeline.
Who's Mexican's biggest? Who is Canelo's biggest fan base? Who supports Canelo more than anybody?
His country.
Fan base? The Mexican fan base, right?
His country.
Yeah, right. So is right? Okay, all right. So isn't Teo trying to get over on the Mexican fans?
That's exactly what I'm saying, boxing nerd. By him disrespecting and making racist statements, he's just adding he wants to be hated. He wants the Mexican fans to hate him. He wants the Puerto Ricans to hate him. He already said Puerto Ricans are the easiest to beat because he's from Honduras. He's not Puerto Rican.
Oh shit. Yeah, good point.
Teofimo wants to be the most hated boxer in boxing.
That's not a good thing though. That's a double-edged sword.
It'll keep his name, and they'll always talk about him.
Yeah, but now he has nobody to give him the money he wants because he got fired.
I think Turkey will be willing to mend that fence with him. But see, the thing is, Teofimo doesn't have a dance partner. He doesn't have a dance partner because they wanted him to fight Jaron Ennis. When they did the press conference for Shakur Stevenson, William Zepeda, Edgar Berlanga, Hamza Shiraz, Turkey Ali, he called in on his cellular phone and said, we want to make Teofimo and Jaron Ennis. This is the second fight that he wants to make for Boots.
To Malafio. That's what it is.
Yeah, this is the second big fight that he wants to make for Jaron Ennis. He wants to help Boots, but Boots doesn't want to help him.
Well, that's because Boots has a goal set in mind, Green. He has a goal.
Hey, yo, Green, I didn't know you was this funny, bro. You got me cracking up over here. I lied to you not, bro. I'm over here cracking up.
Bro, he has a goal.
But you making some good points, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, look. All I'm saying is, Jaron Ennis. He said his career was stalled because nobody wanted to fight him. Now he's probably got the
No,
most.
he
He's probably
also
got
he
the biggest
also
opportunity out of any fighter I've seen probably in the past 3 or 4 years. I'm talking about
Bro,
opportunities,
everybody want to fight him now. Now he don't want to fight him.
opportunities after opportunities with money behind him. With money, $4 million, $5 million purses. That's a lot of money.
Hey,
So
yo,
you know, I don't know, man. I don't know at this point, man. I don't. Like I said, boxing nerd. He said he hopeful for the Brian Norman fight. That's the fight that I really want. To be honest with you, I'm a Brian Norman Jr. fan. I want to see him and Jaron Ennis catch a fade. You feel what I'm saying?
Brian
yeah, that's
Norman
the
will
fight.
get
That's the
stopped.
fight to make. That's the fight we all want.
Brian
That's the
Norman.
biggest fight. That's the biggest fight at the welterweight division because of the backstory. Because they're familiar with each other. Team
Right.
Ennis, they said that Brian Norman came to their gym and Jaron Ennis dropped him in the ring. Brian Norman said he's a hood hopper. He said he came back to his hood for more smoke. They saying he got dropped, but Brian Norman Jr. he said he came back for more smoke. And then Jaron Ennis, he finally got his title, the IBF, and then Brian Norman Jr. he got the WBO championship, the belt that my favorite fighter Terence Crawford held. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And then Jaron Ennis and Brian Norman Jr. both of their camps they made an agreement to fight at the end for undisputed at 147. But something happened. They let the naysayers get in the middle of it, and
That ain't gonna happen right now because I guarantee you, if Manny lose or Manny win, they gonna hold on to that. They gonna hold on to that belt, bro. They ain't giving that belt up to Ennis, cause if Ennis wanna fight Norman for undisputed, he still gotta get that belt from Pacquiao winner versus Barrios. He still gotta
uh,
fight them guys.
I'm gonna be honest with you. How it is now. Let's say hypothetically Manny Pacquiao beats Mario Barr. I think he would be more inclined to fight Jaron Ennis before Mario
Manny
Barrios
Pacquiao
did.
at 46 gonna fight Ennis? Come on, bro.
But see here's the reason why, Easy Root. Even though Manny Pacquiao's 46, he's still Manny Pacquiao. He's a icon in boxing, and they'll put money up. Someone will put money up for that fight, enough money to make Manny Pacquiao take that risk with getting in there with a younger Jaron Ennis, a bigger Jaron Ennis. Somebody will put the money up just to see that unification. It's boxing. It is what it is. It's a reason why you seen Manny Pacquiao flying out there to Saudi Arabia and Riyadh seas and coming to all those events because he wants a piece of the money. This is money that these boxers didn't see when they was coming up like that. And if they did, they burned through it already, and they need more.
That could be the case.
Manny Pacquiao, he definitely wants some money, no doubt about it.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think that is?
You said what, boxing nerd?
Why do you think Manny Pacquiao wants money? Why do you think he's back? Why do you think he's returned?
All these dudes want money, bro. It's prize fight.
Nah, but why? Why do you think Manny is back in particular? Why do you think he's come back to boxing?
PBC need a savior.
Yo,
That
did
could be
y'all see
true.
what Tio said to Turkey?
Yeah, he a
No,
dictator.
no, it's something new. He said if Turkey wants the black fighters, he could keep the black fighters.
He just said that?
He said that.
Of
Yeah.
course he said that. Of course he did.
I
Of course he
told
did.
you.
Yo, he said the same shit to Bob.
Of course he said that. Because he's mad his baby mama dealt with a black man. She cheated on him with a black man. He's insecure. He's insecure. He's
That's
mad we
wild.
got the best fighters. He's mad that we got the best girls. He's mad about everything. He wants to be black. He wants to be black. That's it. Just like most of the world, they want to be black. They want us. They want our style. They want our swag. They want our music. They want our
Hold on,
ability. They want
Boxer.
everything.
Hey, trust me, bro. Don't nobody in the world want your swag, bro. I promise.
Okay, all right, all right, all right.
I'm joking. I'm
I
joking.
appreciate it. I appreciate. No, I do.
Yeah.
I'll admit. I need to work on my swagger. I don't really care about my clothing. I need to work on it.
No, but
I'll admit.
boxing nerd, you be
Yeah.
sharp though. You be sharp when you go to church though. I seen you
Yeah. Hey. I'm the best church man. Go. Dress a man.
when you put your suits on, you be sharp.
Yeah. You already know what it is. I know how to put it together when I care, but what I do, I'm a bum on the street. Like my girl be telling me all the time. She wants to get me some Nike Tanks. She wants to fit me up, bro. I need to fix up for real. I need to take better
That's
care of my shoes too. I
The
need to clean
blood
my
clot.
shoes. Oh. But
Stinking
yeah, yo,
youth.
that's Tio for you, bro. He's just mad at the
Dirty
world
youth.
because his girl's divorcing him and he needs money.
Dirty youth.
Dirty, stinking you. That's what he is. For real.
mm,
But hey, man, Israel, how excited are you for Bud to whoop Canelo ass, man? Come on, talk to me.
who, me or
Yeah,
everybody?
man. I'm asking you right now.
Bro, I never been so excited about a fight than this fight.
No, that's not true. That's not true. Spence Crawford got us more excited. Let's be real.
What?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
Spence
that's
to
brought
the
me,
that
to
fight.
me,
back.
that
That's
the
the
Earl
fight
Spence
that
ass whooping as the
nerd.
little
That's the
got
fight that woke me up.
that got so that
But
has some seasoning on that to me.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Canelo got me like, oh my. We're actually watching this guy like take the era by force. You understand what I'm
Yo,
saying? Because him
yeah,
and Canelo is the last of the Floyd Mayweather era.
most definitely.
Cause they was around. They was around when Floyd was around.
Yo, I mean, check what I sent you on Twitter. Power for Pound just posted something crazy.
What the fuck he posting again, man?
Man, you gonna want to see that. I
Hey
really
yo.
think Teofimo's scared of Devin Haney, bro.
See, but what the fuck did I tell you though, bro?
Hey
But
yo.
what the fuck did I tell you though? I told you, but the man was pump faking boots fight, bro.
Hey yo. Let me ask y'all this though. I ain't been following the sport as much as I should, but I'm hearing Devin Haney next fight is done. Who y'all think he fighting?
He was supposed to
Well,
fight Teo, but now that
that's the
Teo got
thing.
fired,
That's the thing. It was supposed to be Teofimo.
So now who the
they
hell
agreed
is
to
it?
they agreed to 145 pounds, bro. And now that
But
Teo went on a tangent,
but now that Tio's going on this rampage talking shit about Turkey and shit, and it looks like that shit is in jeopardy right now.
Oh, that was the fight that was done?
Yup.
yo, this guy didn't want to fight Devin that bad. Oh my
I
lord.
told you, bro. The man is really. I told you, he is pump faking.
I don't know about that, man. I mean, I'm a Devin Haney fan, but after that last performance, Devin Haney is nobody to be scared of, bro.
It doesn't matter, bro. I'm telling you, Teofimo
Yo,
is a
Green Green.
capper. He's a capper, bro. That man is a pump
Green
faker.
Green.
And look, I'm not gonna lie. My other fighter, Gary Antoine Russell, he on Devin Haney's bumper right now.
Uh
Tio Tio has
Green Green.
declined,
I
bro.
don't think it's
I
about
don't know
being
any
scared.
fighter that has declined more big fights than Teofimo Lopez.
Yeah, he declined Matias. He declined Devin multiple times. He declined Brian Norman. Like
Ryan Garcia, pump
Ryan.
fake boots.
Whoa! Ryan Garcia. This is news to me. What are you talking about? What?
In 2023, late 2023, he was offered a Ryan Garcia fight, bro.
He
Yeah, no,
did.
he did. He did. That's a fact. They were supposed to fight Super Bowl. like the weekend before Super Bowl weekend.
He declined it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
T.O.
remember that.
T.O.
So
declined
so
it.
green. So this is what I'm saying. The difference between Tio ducking the smoke and Boots is Boots is giving us the reason why he's not taking these fights at the moment that he's offered the fight, right? He's telling you guys he has a plan. He wants to stick to that plan. Whereas
No,
Tio, he doesn't really give us.
respectfully, no. Don't even compare Tio to Boots. Tio is not fighting the big fights, and he's not even trying to unify the motherfucker. The motherfucker's not even trying to unify for real. He's fighting.
No,
He's
but
fighting Jermaine. He's fighting Jermaine Ortiz, Steve Claggett. Steve Claggett when he could have fought Matthias, when he could have fought even even a Kenneth Sims Jr. or a Raymond Morataya. Could have had those fights, but he chose Steve Claggett over all of these motherfuckers, bro. Like,
Or
come on,
or,
bro.
or a George Kambosos rematch
yeah, we want that smoke though.
at 140.
Yeah, yeah,
Now,
I agree.
now, that's a fight people will see, even though Kambosos he ain't really looked too good or nothing like that. But at the end of the day, it's a grudge match because he beat Teofimo Lopez in New York.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
T.O.
I
made
agree.
the excuse and said he couldn't breathe and he had a hole in his chest and all this. So now you healthy, fight him again. And at
You know,
140.
green. You know what's crazy? I was taking up for Tio. I believed him. I believed him. I was actually a little bit of a fan after the Loma fight. I was a fan. And I got a little hurt when he lost to Cambosis. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah,
I was
I'm gonna keep it tall. I don't like Teofimo at all. That he can fight though. He can fight like a mug.
yeah.
He can fight it. But the thing is, Tio he only show up to practice once every month. Meaning he's only prepared properly for certain fights.
Yeah, yeah. And you could argue that he lost to Jermaine Ortiz and Sandor Martin. He
Yeah,
lost to
yeah.
both those fights.
I thought he lost to Sandor Martin. I thought he lost that fight.
I did
Bro,
too. I thought
if
he
you
lost
count
that fight.
if you count the two knockdowns, the one official, the one
And
unofficial,
that
you
Jermaine Ortiz fight was kind of suspect too.
you could argue Jermaine is undefeated, bro. He
Yeah,
beat
I'm
Loma.
gonna be. I thought Jermaine Ortiz beat Lomachenko, but that
Yeah,
was just me.
he had some close fights.
Yeah, he definitely had some close fights.
If you
Definitely
look
had
at
some
the
close
output,
fights.
Jermaine definitely won that fight there. If you look at the output, like he was putting it on Loma the entire fight. The
But
entire fight.
all you need
I
is
don't know.
one good performance to wash away the most recent bad ones, and he got that with Josh Taylor.
But I can't even give him full credit for Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor already lost to Jack Catterall, and he was weight trained. He never should have stayed after the Ramirez you undisputed, bro. He never should have fought Jack Catterall. He should have moved up to 147 a long time
And
ago.
Josh Taylor ain't going. He's not going to 147. I don't.
He already did.
No, but what I'm saying is like campaigning for
He just did,
titles
and he
up there.
lost
I don't
against
I
the
don't
bum.
think I don't think he gonna do that campaigning for titles up there. He
He
coming
can't.
like a
He
shot
just
fighter.
lost to a bum.
Yeah, yeah,
He just
yeah. He
lost.
did. He did. He just lost to a guy that nobody knows. I think Josh Taylor. I think he a shot fighter though. To be honest with you, I don't think.
Yeah, he's been shot. He's been shot.
Yeah, because
He's been shot for a
I
long
thought
time.
he lost to Jack Catterall the first fight too, but it is what it is. They still gave it to him. So and T.O. caught him at a good time and got
So
that win over him.
of all the undisputed names that we have, I think there's 8 or 9, right? 8 or 9 or 10. Who would you say Josh Taylor is the worst of the bunch? Would you guys say that?
Uh,
Hold on. What did you ask? Because I'm not gonna lie. I
No,
feel like it was a
I
dumbass question. Say that shit
if
again.
you guys
boxing
would
nerd,
you
you
say
basically
Josh
saying out
Taylor
of
is the
all the
weak?
undisputed champions, is Josh Taylor the weakest?
No.
Yeah.
No,
Who would
I can't say that because he did.
if we're going So why do you guys say that he's not the weakest in your opinion?
Hold on. Let me check real quick. Who was undisputed champion? Hold on.
So I mean, when you say he's not the weakest,
I mean, shit. Nah. You're probably right.
you got
Yeah, he
Terence
probably is.
Crawford,
He probably is
we
the
got
fucking.
NBA 2 times. Bernard Hopkins versus four belt undisputed champion. Held the
Yeah,
belt
but
for
he wasn't
20
the first
years
undisputed
or
champion in
20
four belt
defenses.
era.
Bernard, who was it?
It's Bud.
Wasn't hold on.
You're lagging, bro.
Are you sure?
Yes, because
Are you
the four belt era didn't start in 2004. It started later. And he left.
Bud was the first in 2011. 2017. I said 11.
Yeah. Because yes, you could have been champion with all four belts, but that wasn't the four belt era didn't start yet. The four belt era started around 2007 or so. That's where actually all sanctioning bodies like acknowledge all their champions, all their titles: WBO, IBF, WBA, WBC.
Yeah. The
when
other
did
sanctioning
the four
bodies
belt era start
they wasn't
again?
recognizing. They didn't recognize the WBO as one of the major sanctioning bodies.
Until 2007 or so. Yeah.
Yeah, even when Joe Calzaghe had the WBO belt for like 10 years. To be honest with you, now in a way he a great fighter, but he might have his first undisputed run might have been the weakest. Just off
Nah,
name.
I to be honest, I gotta give it to Devin Haney. Because in a way, at least went to like different people to get through it, and one of them was at least it was still, yes, he was old, but it was still no Nito Donaire, right? I can't put that below just Cambosa's one fight. I can't put that below that.
So who are the? Can you guys give us names? I mean, can you give us the names of the people?
Bud Crawford twice, Usyk twice, Josh
Yeah,
Taylor, Canelo
yeah.
168, Jermell Charlo 154, Devin Haney 135, and in a way 118 and 122, and Artur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol.
Okay, well.
Yeah, I might have to go with Charlo, man. I might have to say Charlo. Because beyond Charlo he lost to Tony Harrison, and then he had a he had a draw in between there too.
Yeah, with Castaño.
So it's between Josh Taylor and Jamel,
Charlo.
in your opinion.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, it's between those two. Sure.
So are we just basing off of like what their career, what happened in their career thus far, or
No,
is it still like?
I'm gonna say the journey to undisputed. So even though Devin Haney only had to fight one person for his first time, but like Charlo he lost to Tony Harrison. I mean, he was able to capture the title back, but then he had a draw with Castano. A lot of people thought Castano beat him that first time, even though he
I
knocked
think
him out the second fight.
I think Casado beat him too.
Yeah, I had Castano winning that first fight, and the
Hey,
second fight was tough too.
you guys have an argument for Jamel. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think he got it now.
Bro, Boxer, what did I tell you, bro? What the fuck did I tell you about Jamel, bro?
Yo, take it easy, bro. Oh man, we need easier out back so Amin can come back. Shit. Let me get.
You know, everybody was saying Canelo went on a UK bomb tour to win undisputed at 168. I had to disagree with that because the guys that was at 168, because you know they always make that narrative that he ducked Benavidez. Well, Benavidez never fought none of them guys at 168 though. He never fought Callum Smith. Callum Smith was he was the best 168 pounder in the division. To be honest with you, if we going by accolades, maybe David Benavidez's style was more pleasing to fans, but Callum Smith was the guy at 168. David Benavidez never fought him.
Callum Smith was the guy. I agree. He
Yeah,
was the
like
guy.
David Benavidez, he hadn't even fought Caleb Plant.
No, he didn't.
So even on that side, I'd be like, would they be like Canelo ducking David Benavidez, or he waited till David Benavidez got out the way to go for undisputed at 168? I mean, you could argue that point, but had David Benavidez even fought any of his contemporaries at 168? No, he beat up Jalen Love.
When did he beat Jay on Rome?
I think that was the first time he won the WBC, if I ain't mistaken. Because you know around that time David Benavidez, he was fighting all the Floyd fighters. So he fought Javion Love, and then he fought Gravel. Because Gravel had dropped him the first fight, then he rematched Gravel and beat him. I think he lost it the second time because he missed weight. I know the first time is because he tested positive for cocaine or something like that. But the second time he lost it, he lost his belt because he missed weight. And then that's when Canelo went on that tear. And then, like I said, I mean, business wise, it made sense because he was doing business with Eddie, and Eddie could put all those fights together. The only thing that got tricky was when he came back for that Caleb Plant fight. Came back to the PBC for that Plant fight, and Plant ended up getting his $10 million up out of Canelo Alvarez and
Yo, easier out. Amin wants to come back on. Reach. Man. Yo, easier out needs to come back. He needs to stay on the freaking show the entire time so we can do this stuff, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, if Jamal Charlo look good this weekend, he gonna be right back in the mix.
Yeah, I agree. Oh man. All right, Green Ring. We'll talk to you later. Good conversation. Good debating.